Good afternoon and welcome back, Crawdads fans. It is the big 2026, and this season in the CCL is just about underway. The Walnut Creek Crawdads today facing Berkovich Honors of Headfirst Baseball Academy. I'm Charlie Limoncelli. I'll be your guide to this season with Walnut Creek. And what a season it's primed to be. We've got so much coming to you here on the Crawdads streaming network. With that being said, let's get right into our keys to the game. Big matchup, always got to start with a win. The Crawdads did not last year, and that proved to be a part of a detriment to their team. So our keys to the game today: limit walks. That was the problem last year when these two teams played. Berkovich Honors ended up winning the game 4-2 after the Crawdad pitching staff surrendered far too many walks. The other keys to the game: finding offensive rhythm, very important early on. The bats have to get going. This is a good crop of offensive players this year in the Creek. Then plate discipline. Got to see a lot of at-bats, see a lot of pitches, make the opposing pitcher work. Such a key part of CCL play. Sharp defense, also always important here, and it will be today. These guys got to set a good defensive fundamental foundation. That's how they're going to get it done and get to the ultimate goal, winning the California Collegiate League. Lastly, set the tone with a W. Under manager Brant Cummings, the Walnut Creek Crawdads have not lost opening day up until last year, 2025, when like we talked about, they lost to Berkovich Honors 4-2. They would very much like to correct that mistake and get back to their winning ways. So that would be your keys to the game here on the Crawdad Streaming Network, brought to you by Up the Creek Records. So we're going to take a quick break here, folks. We'll get back to you for first pitch at 5 p.m. Pacific Time sharp. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Welcome back to the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. I'm Charlie Limoncelli, obviously doing your play-by-play. By my side will be Ethan Ignatovsky, my wonderful color analyst for these first couple innings. Ethan was a reporter last year with the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Ethan, what's it like to be back?
Well, I heard there was some solid baseball in the area, so thought I'd make a stop by, and what do you know? I find myself with a headset on my head.
Well, probably a better product than the San Francisco Giants at this point, right?
That's a low blow, Charlie.
Well, I kind of had to do it to him. But without further ado, folks, let's get into our starting pitcher matchups today. Brought to you by Danville Chocolates, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. On the mound today for, not Arizona State. These are the Walnut Creek Crawdads, Charlie. Let's keep it real.
Hey, first game of the season, knocking off
It
the
happens.
rest.
Either way, the man on the hill is the left-hander Michael Olson, a 6'4", 210-pound redshirt sophomore from Chabot College, staying right here on his home turf, so to speak. Played, 11 appearances for Olson, 15 and 2/3 innings pitched. Started the season hot against number 7 Santa Rosa, 3 innings without a base runner, struck out 4. Kind of faltered after that on the season, had a 9.19 ERA, something he's looking to clean up here this summer with the Crawdads. Ethan, how important is it to establish a win early on? I mean, we saw last year that the Crawdads lost to Berkovich Honors, and it was an up and down season, all things considered.
Well, I mean, it depends who you ask if momentum is real or not. But if you're asking me, I would say it is, especially first game of the season. You want to start off on that right foot, getting the winning going early.
So here we go. First batter of the 2026 season for the Crawdads. Cole Jones steps in, the center fielder today for Berkovich Honors. Right-handed hitter facing the lefty Olson. Jones spent this season at Chabot College. The first offering to him. Fouled away on the first base side. Well out of play.
It's always fun when you have these two collegiate teammates playing off against each other in summer ball.
Absolutely. Jones spent 2 seasons here with the Chabot Gladiators. In 2026, struggled a bit, 36 at-bats, 167 batting average. We're going to get aboard here. Olson kicks and fires the 0-1. Fastball outside, 1-1. Lineup for the Berkovich Honors Baseball Club. It's Cole Jones, Santino Nanez, Tanner Lee in the 3-hole, Vander Cole at first. Then in the 5-hole, Makai Susor, Jacob Dufresne, Diego Mares, as Jones takes another one outside, 2-1. Then Mateo Bullis, the backstop, and Anthony Decker playing left field in the 9-hole. We'll talk about all that later on once again, but quick rundown of the lineup. The 2-1 from Olson. Swing and a miss on the high cheese. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cole Jones, the center fielder for Berkovich Honors. Looking for his first hit here. See what the lefty Olson goes to. The 2-2 delivery. Fouled back. Went with a heater.
Challenging him.
That he is. Olson, a native of Castro Valley, played at Castro Valley High School 2 seasons. Did not pitch much, but did appear as a batter. Career .342 hitter. The 2-2 check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the home plate umpire. 1 down as we get started early in the first.
That is exactly how you want to start the game, Charlie. I know that sounds obvious, but it's one thing to say, it's another thing to do it.
Absolutely. Nice paint the zone action from Michael Olson. So in the 2 spot, Santino Nanez, rising junior infielder, plays at Skyline College, hitting from the left side. Lefty-lefty matchup, first offering, breaking ball in the dirt. 1-0 on Nanez, playing shortstop today. Had 2 monster seasons at Skyline College. Career .350 hitter there. Olson delivers the 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to third, gets past Rolls in a diving effort. Squeaks into left field, Perez picks it up and fires to the infield. A nice single for Santino Nanez, the first hit for Berkovich today. One aboard, 1 down, and the 3-hole man, Tanner Lee, playing right field, up to bat. Olson work from the stretch for the first time in this outing. Brand new Crawdad Olson is. Has some big shoes to fill. Last year's pitching was lights out for the Crawdads. First offering to Lee. Check swing on the breaking ball inside. Home plate umpire calls time, and they're going to award Lee the base. Looks like it might have hit him. And it did. He's now 2 aboard and the cleanup man up in a position to deal some damage. Vander Cole, the first baseman.
Luckily for the Crawdads here, still it's a double play situation. 1 pitch, you're out of this.
Absolutely fundamental baseball, always key in the creek. Cole, a rising sophomore at Laney College. Can he rise to the opportunity? And can Olson get out of the jam? We'll find out. Olson peers to second. First offering home, fouled back. 0-1. Nathan, I mentioned it last year, but the starting pitching for Walnut Creek in 2025 was just nasty. He had Aiden White, Carson Timothy, Ray Olivas, Colin Nowachik. I mean, all these guys that were D1 that pitched, regular 6-inning outings.
Yeah, and a lot of those guys went on to have successful collegiate seasons as well.
The 0-1 from Olson. Fastball inside, called strike 2.
That's kind of, what a good summer out here can do for you. Can really set you up for success back when you get to campus in the fall.
Absolutely. I mean, just look at Aiden White, had a monster year at Amarillo College, committed to Dallas Baptist. He's going to go D1 and play in the Pac-12. Olson looking for a punch out. The 0-2 to Cole. Swing and a miss. He got it with the upstairs fastball.
That's a huge out right there after 2 back-to-back batters getting on base.
Absolutely. Now 2 down, 2 aboard for Makai Susor, the third baseman for Berkovich Honors. Olson and the Crawdads trying to get out of the 2-runner jam without allowing a run. Susor, another Skyline College guy, a rising junior after 2 seasons there. Olson kicks and fires. Slider loops into the zone, strike 1. Nice movement on that pitch right there.
Yeah, seems to be showing some good stuff early on.
Fastball's moving, the slider moved there. The 0-1 from Olson. Runner at second goes. Clisby popped up but lost the ball behind the dish. 0-2, but now Nanez 90 feet closer to home.
Yeah, he got a great jump on that. Even if Clisby came up with it cleanly, I don't know if he gets him out.
Would have been dicey. Clisby certainly got an arm back there, as we saw lots last year, the
For
returning
sure.
Crawdad. Looking to put it together offensively this year. So Olson steps off. 0-2 at the dish. 2 down, runners on the corners. Tie ball game here in the top of the first. The 0-2 from Olson. Outside fastball, Clisby fakes the throw to second base, and Lee can walk over to second. Now 2 in scoring position for Makai Susor.
Yeah, just not worrying about those runners on the base paths, just going right after Susor.
Seems to be the attack plan for the Crawdads. Olson agrees to this offering from Clisby. The 1-2 home. Swing, and did he get a foul tip? They will call it yes. Count remains 1-2. But Nanez speeding over. He would have been safe had it been a wild pitch.
Yeah, I don't know what he was running all the way down there for, but showing off the hustle, I suppose.
Certainly got plenty of speed on the paths. That we've seen early. Susor went to St. Ignatius Prep, locally in San Francisco. Looking to deal damage. Olson with the 1-2. Fastball fouled towards Berkovich's dugout.
Yeah, look out.
We stay at 1-2. Michael Olson was one of 5 Chabot College Gladiators with at least 15 innings over the mound and over 9 strikeouts per 9 innings as he fires a fastball up and away. 2-2. Deuce is wild, as they would say. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. What will Susor do here? Big RBI chance as Berkovich wants to go up early. Breaking ball upstairs and away. Olson loads the count full.
Really important pitch coming up here. Already have thrown a lot of pitches this inning. Want to try and get out of it right here, right now.
Certainly what manager Brant Cummings wants for his Crawdad squad. Wants to avenge that loss last year. The payoff from Olson. Swing and a miss. Fastball on the outer third. And the Crawdads strand 2 on the base paths. 3 strikeouts for Michael Olson in his first inning as a Crawdad. We'll take a quick break here on the streaming network, and we'll be right back after this. Back for the bottom of the first on the Crawdad streaming network. Shane Aldrich, Peyton Rolls, and Ryan Ellis, the first 3 up to bat for the Crawdads this year. Shane Aldrich, a new Crawdad, right fielder hitting from the left side against Cruz Van Slyke, the pitcher for Berkovich. First offering, up and away. Van Slyke, a rising sophomore from Los Medanos College. As we go back to our starting pitcher matchups, brought to you by Danville Chocolates, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. The 1-0 is inside, 2-0 now to Aldrich. And Van Slyke, Brentwood, California native, went to Liberty High School, pitched 30 innings at Los Medanos this year. The righty's 2-0 offering to Aldrich. Hit high in the air, down the right field line. Track to the wall, and it lands at the warning track. Lee overran it. Now he'll run back. Aldrich heading for third, and that's a stand-up triple. No, he's going to slide.
Style points.
Style points for sure, and Shane Aldrich, his first hit as a Crawdad, 3 bags.
Man, he was flying.
It's a guy with plus speed, stole 13 bags as a redshirt sophomore at Menlo College this year.
Yeah, you can see why head coach Brent Cummings wants to lead him off. Gets on base, has some power, he can fly. That's everything you want from a leadoff guy.
Absolutely. Perhaps if the wind was blowing out to right field, that would have been gone. Nonetheless, runner in scoring position for Peyton Rolls, the third baseman today. Rolls was the starting second baseman all year long for San Jose State. He ropes one over too short. Nanez diving effort and can't handle it in time. Rolls safely at first. Aldrich comes in to score, an RBI single for Peyton Rolls.
Yeah, just can never really get his feet planted at shortstop. Was just kind of, having issues with the turf. Couldn't get a good footing, and Crawdads take advantage.
That
Early
they
lead.
will. 1-0 lead for the Crawdads in the bottom of the first. Nobody out. Rolls at first, and here's Mr. Crawdad, Ryan Ellis, back for his 4th summer in the Creek. Ellis put together a monster year at Sac State. Takes a strike on the upper third. 0-1.
Yeah, this guy, you said Crawdad legend. A lot of successful moments with this uniform on.
Absolutely. I mean, you just look at the Crawdad records that he holds, and it's absolutely insane. As Van Slyke picks back to first, Rolls slides safely. But just some of the accolades for you folks. Ryan Ellis is the career doubles leader for the Crawdads, is tied in home runs, leads in total bases, second in career stolen bases, takes the breaking ball inside, Rolls on the steal. The throw from behind the plate, Bullis not in time.
Yeah, right on cue. There's a stolen base.
So Peyton Rolls showcasing that speed early. A guy who had 7 stolen bags at San Jose State this year as a true freshman.
And for Ellis, I mean, coming off a great collegiate season, he one-dotted it at Sac State.
That he did. RBI chance for Ellis to increase his RBI total as a Crawdad. Never mind, Van Slyke will step off and take his time. Van Slyke sets third base side of the rubber. The 0-1 to Ellis. Fouled away. Rolls at third base. They're going to give him the steal. Or maybe not. Either way, it's a 1-2 count. Wild pitch, they're going to call it, even though Ellis swung. Looked like a foul ball either way. The second run of the game, 90 feet away for the Crawdads. Still no one out in the bottom of the first. The 1-2 to Ellis. Check swing. Ball gets away. In comes Rolls. He'll score on another wild pitch.
Yeah, that can't happen for Berkovich Honors. I mean, 2 wild pitches, and Crawdads increased the lead.
Part of what we saw last year that gave the Crawdads so much trouble against this Berkovich Honor squad was the lack of command on the mound.
It's a lot more fun for the Crawdads when it goes the other way.
That it is. 2-2 at the dish to Ellis. Van Slyke kicks and fires. Ellis blasts one. Deep right field. Track. Wall. Drops at the wall again. Lee was late on it, and Ryan Ellis, a stand-up double. 3 straight hits for the Crawdads. They are teeing off of Cruz Van Slyke. And now another former Crawdad up to bat, Brandon Clisby, the cleanup man today in Brant Cummings' lineup. Clisby had a very strong year at New Mexico State, Ethan, after we saw him hit .217 last summer, hit .291 in 28 games for the Aggies.
Yeah, very solid campaign, coming off an injury. He did well.
Split time as the battery guy. First offering to him, fastball outside. Just the second righty-righty matchup of the day for Van Slyke. This Crawdad order very balanced. 5 righties, 4 lefties. The 1-0 to Clisby. High chopper down the third base line, foul. Bullis smothered it. Likely, had it been fair, would have thrown Clisby out at first. Won't get the chance. It's 1-1. Van Slyke was 3-0 at Los Medanos among the JUCO ranks this year. The 1-1 to Clisby. Fouled away first base side. "34 strikeouts to 19 walks for Van Slyke in those 30 innings he pitched. 15 appearances. Certainly a mainstay in the Mustang bullpen. Out to a troublesome start. 2-0 lead for the Crawdads. The 1-2 check swing from Clisby. Did he go? No, he did not. Now 2-2. Ellis standing there at second. Not the runner he once was.
No, fortunately not, but hey, still great instincts on the base paths. He knows what he's doing out there for sure.
That he does. You don't have 80 career stolen bases as a Crawdad if you don't know what you're doing. The 2-2 to Clisby. High chopper to short. Nanez charging in. The flip to first just in time. Ellis does move over to third.
Yeah, what he lacks in speed, he makes up for in baseball IQ. Getting over there to third on the ground out to short.
That you can definitely say again. He had a nice jump there. No chance at the tag. And now in the 5 spot, it's Dylan Perez, the left fielder from Baylor. A new Crawdad this year. Just completed his freshman year in Waco, where he was fantastic. First offering to the lefty. Fastball at the top of the zone, called a strike. Perez hit .232 this year in 34 games for the Baylor Bears. He started 25 of them. 11 runs driven in, 8 doubles and a triple. Another RBI chance for him here. His first as a Crawdad. The 0-1 in the dirt. 1-1 to Perez.
Yeah, Charlie, we saw him play when Baylor came into Tempe to play Arizona State.
That we did. Had a hit or two in that 3-game series. The 1-1. Fastball at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Perez. Played 4 years at Bourne High School in the Texas town by the same name. Finished his high school career with 139 hits. Ranks at the top of school history. Number 10 outfielder in the state of Texas in his high school class. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Perez bites on the breaking ball. Second out in the bottom of the first for the Crawdads. Ellis still over there at third with 2 gone as Kevin Parker Jr., the shortstop today for Brent Cummings' lineup. Parker Jr., rising redshirt senior at Texas Southern, now in the portal. First offering to the righty. Breaking ball misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Parker Jr., a guy who can play all over the diamond. Spent 2 seasons at Solano College where he pitched and he hit. And went to Utah Valley as a junior in 2025. The 1-0. Outside again with the fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Parker Jr. did not play at all this year at Texas Southern. The 2-0 from Van Slyke, fouled back slightly towards the first base side. Well out of play, that's the bottom line. 2-1. Van Slyke settling in after allowing that double to Ellis. He worked the ground ball to Clisby, struck out Perez. The 1-2 to Parker. Check swing fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Van Slyke 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. Ellis still 90 feet away for the Crawdads. Could be the 3rd run of the game. Van Slyke from the stretch. The 2-2. Well outside. Missed with the slider. Full count to Kevin Parker Jr. and the left-hander Bryden Bull on deck. The payoff from the righty. High chopper foul on the 3rd base line. We'll do it one more time. Parker Jr., local guy. Brentwood, California, went to Berkeley High School. 5'11", 185 pounds. The 3-2 once more from Van Slyke. Fastball up and away. Kevin Parker works a long at-bat and gets a walk to boot. Runners on the corners.
Keeps the inning going.
That it does. And perhaps one of the most exciting Crawdad prospects in a long time, Bryden Bull, the redshirt freshman at Ole Miss.
Yeah, Charlie, when you were telling me about the names and the players coming to the Crawdads for this season, this was the guy that I was most excited about for you. I mean, if Ole Miss likes him, you have to imagine he's going to have a big impact.
First offering to Bull, fouled back, 0-1. 6'5", 200-pound left-hander, plays first base and the corner outfield spots. Redshirted this spring at Ole Miss, but was one of Perfect Game's top 500 fresh arrivals on campus. The 131 best freshman. The 0-1. High blooper just past the infield, gets past Nanez at short. Ellis comes in to score. Parker goes over to second, and Bryden Bull with his first hit as a Crawdad, a bloop single to the opposite side.
Just kind of punched it out there, and I don't know if it got they lost it in the sun. Never saw it at all, but yeah, it got through the left side over there. Neither third baseman nor the shortstop can make a play on it, and Now we got a mound visit.
That we do. We'll take a quick break as we get the mound visit here for Berkovich Honors. We'll be back right after this. Back on the Crawdad Streaming Network. First pitch was 5 o'clock p.m. Our time and temperature today brought to you by Meadowlark Dairy, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Meadowlark Dairy, bringing old town vibes and family fun since 1919. As we get a strike on the first pitch to Elijah Ramos, the second baseman for the Crawdads today, another new face in Walnut Creek. Ramos in the portal after a monster season at Cal State East Bay. Rising redshirt junior. The 0-1 above Ramos' head nearly hit him. 1-1. Ramos this spring with the Pioneers. 394 hitter, 59 hits, 28 runs driven in. His 10 doubles led the team. 2 on, 2 out, the 1-1. Fastball upstairs.
Yeah, Charlie, you want to know the number that stands out to me?
What is it?
4.4% K rate. This guy does not like to strike out at all.
No, Elijah Ramos definitely a top of the order guy. Hitting in the 8-hole today as manager Brant Cummings, playing around with the lineup the first couple days, trying to figure out who's going to slot in where. The 2-2, Kevin Parker goes, Bryden Bull goes as well as Ramos lines one right up the middle. Easy base hit. Parker Jr. comes in to score. 4-0 Walnut Creek in the bottom of the first.
What a way to start the game, huh? I mean, yeah, there's some trouble in the top of the first, but you work through it. You don't allow any runs. Now here in the bottom half, just adding on run after run after run. Now it's 3-0. We've almost made it the entire way through the lineup. I mean, generating some confidence, generating some momentum. Good sign of things to come, potentially.
Ninth batter of the inning, Trevor Wilson, the starting center fielder today for Walnut Creek. And perhaps you're right, Ethan, maybe some vengeance for the Crawdads. First offering to Wilson, fastball low and away. Wilson, a rising redshirt junior at San Jose State, originally committed to UC Irvine out of high school. Spent the 2024 season there, but redshirted, did not play a game. The 1-0 to the right-hander. Outside, back pick over to first. He tried to catch Ramos, but he's safe. Bull 90 feet away from home plate. He would be the 5th run of the day. Crawdads only scored 2 last year at this time against Headfirst. They've already doubled their run total year over year against this team. The 2-0 to Wilson. Breaking ball inner third. Strike 1. Trevor Wilson, limited action this year at San Jose State. Just 33 plate appearances. Only managed 3 hits. The 2-1 to him. Swing and a miss. Van Slyke gets the bite on the slider. Deuce is wild for the second time in this inning, Ethan. Had one in the top of the first, now in the bottom of the first. Van Slyke winds and deals. Swing and foul tip. Wilson stays alive. Big jump from Ramos. But he'll have to head back to first. Wilson playing his first year with the Crawdads, spent last summer, did not play last summer at all collegiately in the summer, but in 2024 played in the West Coast League. The 2-2 again, lined right up the middle, base hit for Trevor Wilson. In comes Bryden Bull to score. Elijah Ramos to second. 3 straight singles, 2 of them bringing in runs for the Crawdads, and we'll go back to the top of the order.
Yeah, batting around in the first definitely could be a sign of good things to come.
Absolutely. 5-0 game for Walnut Creek. Still 2 down in the bottom of the first. Aldrich led off this inning with a triple. He's got 2 aboard. Ramos at second, Wilson at first. Van Slyke breaking ball well outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Looks like a lefty getting loose in the bullpen for Headfirst.
So we'll see how long the leash is here on Van Slyke. He's got 9 batters so far. The 1-0, skied the other way, and out of play. 1-1 at the dish. Aldrich, a guy who actually played a couple seasons here at Chabot. In 2024, his redshirt freshman year, he did not play in the field, but had 16 appearances as a pitcher and took a med red in 2025 before heading to Menlo College. The 1-1. Aldrich takes upstairs. Van Slyke really struggling with the command. This is what we saw last year with Dylan McShane for the Crawdads.
Yeah, and that's just not how you want to start your first game of the season. Puts everything behind schedule. You have to pitch more arms, you know, using up your bullpen more than you want to in the first game.
2-1, skied foul down the left field line. Absolutely, the Berkovich Honors bullpen likely to be taxed here in this outing. They would just need, or really, they'd love Van Slyke to get through just this one, maybe two, before going to the pen. Who knows if they're going to be able to do that. Crawdads knocking at the door again, already a 5-run lead. Aldrich trying to add to it. The 2-2. Fastball out and away. Full count.
Yeah, and I wonder, Charlie. I mean, at some point, someone might just have to wear it for head first.
That could be the play here. We'll have to see as this game develops. Full count pitch to Aldrich. Ball 4 below the knees. So Van Slyke, his nightmare inning continues. Walks the bases loaded, and Peyton rolls up to bat.
Well, it looks like it's going to be put to an end, but not by his volition.
No, not at all. We're going to get a mound visit, and we'll take a break here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the Crawdads Streaming Network. It's the bottom of the first, and Walnut Creek has put up 5 in their first time up in 2026. Here's Peyton Rolls batting for the second time today with the bases juiced and 2 down. Rolls had an RBI single that brought in Shane Aldrich. He's now at first base. He later scored on a pair of wild pitches. New pitcher for Berkovich Honors, Elliot De La Torre, the rising freshman from Pleasanton, California. Lefty's first offering to Rolls. Fastball right down the middle. 0-1. And Rolls, like we were talking about, third amongst Mountain West freshmen in batting average this year. .332 hitter, first in hits, 72, which is the most by a San Jose State freshman since 2007. The 0-1. Fastball low. Rolls already has 1 RBI on the day, looking for a couple more. He's got a chance for 2. De La Torre is 1-1. Fastball low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rolls started at second base all year long at San Jose State, but today playing over at third for the Crawdads. Bit of an unnatural change for him. We'll see how he handles the defense the rest of the way. The 2-1 nearly hits Rolls. No, they say it did. So hit by pitch to bring in another runner. 6-run ball game for Walnut Creek. Base is still juiced, and here's Ryan Ellis, who in his last at-bat with that double extended his Crawdad record of 35 doubles, the most all-time in franchise history. Second most is Joey Donnelly with 22, and that guy 13 behind Ellis now.
Yeah, and I mean, everyone who watched this team last year knows how good Joey Donnelly is, so that says a lot about Ryan Ellis.
That it does. First offering to Ellis. Outside fastball, 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup here for De La Torre. Will it prove advantageous? We shall see. The 1-0 to Ellis. Slider outside, 2-0.
Yeah, so you bring in De La Torre, hits the batter. Now he's behind to Ellis. It's just not what you want to see if you're Berkovich Honors. You bring in a guy to stop the bleeding, and he can't seem to command his pitches.
The bleeding has not stopped yet. The 2-0 to Ellis. Hard chopper over to second. Mars collects, fires to first, and finally, the inning is over after Ryan Ellis's second at-bat of the bottom of the first. We'll take a break, and we'll have the second inning of action right after this. Back for the top of the second on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Michael Olson in for his second inning of work. Last pitch 33 minutes ago, Ethan, after the Crawdads put up 6 in the bottom half of the first. Jacob Dufresne, the designated hitter, will lead off this inning. Then Diego Mars and Mateo Bullis all due up.
It's always good if you're a pitcher that, you get some rest, but you don't want to go too long without throwing a competitive pitch. So we'll see how he is here at the top of the second.
And we'll start with this offering right here. Olson turns and delivers. Fastball inner third. Strike 1 called. Paints the zone with that sinker there. The 0-1 to Dufresne. Two-seamer outside. Dufresne, yet another Skyline College guy in this Berkovich Honors roster. 317 career hitter in 2 seasons there. The 1-1. Hard line drive foul into right field. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dufresne. Rising junior in the portal. Looking for a new home. Olson with the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ball goes in the dirt. Clisby collects, fires to Bull, and they will officially put Dufresne away.
Great way to keep the momentum going. Just score a boatload of runs. Get out there and get an out.
Defense has been sound thus far for the Crawdads. Here's Diego Mares, the second baseman, recorded that final out in the bottom of the first for Berkovich. First offering to the right-hander. Slider finds its way into the zone. Nice movement. Mares from Castro Valley, California. Olsen's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Goes slider, then blows the sinker past him.
Yeah, it looked like he was out in front of it a little bit, off balance swing.
The 0-2 offering, fastball out and away. 1-2. Olsen, quick work, the 1-2. Fastball fouled away. Remains 1-2 with one down in the top of the second. Mares putting up a fight here. But his Berkovich Honor squad down by 6 after just one inning to these Crawdads. The 1-2. Check swing on the breaking ball. Did he go? The appeal to first, no. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Olsen looking for a put away, the 2-2. Fastball runs low. Full count. Carlos Hernandez will be the next man out for Walnut Creek. But at the moment, Olsen in a groove. Here's the payoff. Curveball clips the outer third. Strike 3 called. That's 5 strikeouts on the afternoon for Michael Olsen. An impressive Crawdad debut thus far, Ethan.
And it was an impressive pitch right there. Just coming back and just clipping the outside part of the zone.
Much different contest than we saw last year between these two teams, that's for sure.
What a difference a year can make.
Here's the righty catcher, Mateo Bullis. First offering, fastball high. Bullis went to Skyline College this year. He was a redshirt freshman this season. 14 at-bats for him, though. Not a whole lot. The 1-0 fastball. Called a strike.
Yeah, not a whole lot of run, but he did well when he played. 357 average, 471 on base.
5 hits, 3 runs driven in. Always good. The 1-1. Fastball, similar location. A couple inches outside. 2-1. Bullis from Livermore, California. Swings and misses at the 2-1 offering from Olsen. Nasty curveball that Michael Olsen's got.
Yeah, and I mean, he has real good strikeout stuff. A little over a strikeout per inning during the collegiate season.
The 2-2. Fastball in the dirt. Clisby covers it up. Full count. Nobody on. 2 down in the top of the second. Olsen and the Crawdads trying to get through his Berkovich Honors order quietly. The payoff. Fastball misses. And that's ball 4. Home plate umpire didn't quite recognize it at first. Third base runner of the day for Berkovich Honors. And perhaps one of the longest at-bats for any of their hitters.
Yeah, to Bullis' credit, he made Olsen work there and worked the count, laid off some pitches outside the zone.
Now the right-handed left fielder, Anthony Decker. Olsen from the stretch. Loops the curveball in for strike 1. Ethan, if you had to take a guess, where did Decker go to college?
Well, I see it right in front of me, but if I didn't, I think I'd still guess Skyline.
And that you would be correct, had you guessed. Olsen picks back to first, not in time. Bullis is safe.
A lot of Skyline kids on the field today.
And they are playing over there in San Bruno, now here in Hayward for Berkovich Honors. Decker, a .250 hitter at Skyline this season. The 0-1 fastball back pick, Clisby. He got it in time. Bryden Bull lays down the tag, and we'll resume next inning with Anthony Decker, the continuation of that at-bat. But we'll take a break here, have the bottom of the second right here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Back for the bottom of the second on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Heart of the order due up for Walnut Creek. Brandon Clisby, Dylan Perez, and Kevin Parker Jr. Elliot De La Torre, the left-hander, looking to get through his first full inning of work, recorded the last out in the bottom of the first as Ryan Ellis grounded it into a 4-3 put out. And here's Brandon Clisby, who got himself a very nice put out behind the dish. And will be rewarded with an at-bat. First offering to the righty. High chopper down the third base line, foul.
Yeah, back pick a guy at first. Go get your bat. Try to get yourself a hit.
And Clisby, a guy whose defense has been stellar last year and this spring at New Mexico State. Fielding percentage, .984. Only 3 errors. The 0-1, Clisby fouls it away yet again.
Yeah, it's important to have a steady presence behind the plate, and Brandon Clisby definitely has that.
Absolutely. Just a guy so fundamentally solid behind the dish and with a nice contact bat to boot. Looking for his first hit here in 2026. Had 18 hits last summer for the Crawdads. De La Torre kicks and fires the 0-2. Fouled away well into the first base sky. Still 0-2 to Clisby, the pride of Monte Vista High School, where the Crawdads will play most of their home games this season. Career 400 hitter in high school. The 0-2. Outside fastball. Bullis can't quite frame it up.
Career 400 hitter and a whole lot of doubles.
Yes,
He
he is a
splits
doubles
those
machine.
alleyways at Monte Vista.
Something he's looking to get back to. Only 2 extra base hits all year for the Crawdads in 2025. Clisby had the 1-2, chopped foul. Clisby battling in this at bat. Guy who we know has worked long at bats before, but not a guy that's going to walk a lot. Only 5 walks with New Mexico State this spring, and only 4 last year with the Crawdads.
Yeah, it's an important element he'll have to add to his game. I mean, getting on base, so important. You can't just rely on getting hits.
2-2 count to Clisby. No one out in the bottom of the second. De La Torre winds and fires. Fouled away again. Clisby certainly has some speed, though, should he get on the base paths. 6 stolen bags with New Mexico State Aggies this spring.
Yeah, I mean, for a catcher, I mean, not even for a catcher, he's just a great athlete, period. But especially for a catcher.
Tall, lanky build. The 2-2 breaking ball on the outer third, called strike 3. Clisby can't believe it.
Yeah, he stood there for a second before heading back to the dugout. I don't think he said anything, but I'm sure he was thinking a few.
I guarantee you he was, but held his tongue, probably smartly. 1 down in the bottom of the second. Dylan Perez up to bat. Struck out in his first at-bat as a Crawdad in the first. Lefty-lefty matchup here for De La Torre. Kicks and deals. Clips the outside corner. 0-1. Perez at Baylor. 330 on base percentage, 333 slugging percentage. So an OPS in the 660s. The 0-1 offering to him. Fastball outer third, called a strike. A little outside. 2 inches off the plate officially, that one was. Now the 0-2 to Perez. Inside curveball, misses. Perez finished second behind Baylor freshman Brighton Clemens in freshman plate appearances. Now the 1-2. Fastball inside, 2-2.
Yeah, getting around 2 inches of break on these pitches. No, no, never mind. Off the plate.
Yeah, that one ball missed quite significantly. The 2-2 to Perez. Breaking ball low and outside. Full count. The rising sophomore has worked now. Baylor Bears certainly encouraged to have Perez back next season. payoff. De La Torre, swing and a miss. High cheese gets Dylan Pettis, the left fielder. 2 strikeouts for him today. And Pettis and his teammate TJ Woodson, 2 Baylor Bears this year, had just one on the Crawdads last year, John Ewens, who was arguably the best hitter for Walnut Creek.
Yeah, I mean, he had himself a really great summer and parlayed it into a pretty solid year.
That he did. Crawdads looking for similar success from their Bears. Now Kevin Parker Jr. up for the second time today, takes outside 1-0. Parker Jr. walked in the first, later scored when Elijah Ramos hit that RBI single up the middle. The 1-0. Parker Jr. takes low. 2 balls and no strikes. Elliot De La Torre started this inning strong with 2 straight strikeouts. Would love to get out of this inning quickly. The 2-0. Parker Jr. takes a fastball on the outer third. Another pitch that was borderline. I've got the TrackMan data a couple screens to my left. The 2-1. Breaking ball in the zone on that inner third. Now Parker Jr. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the top. Not the top, it's the bottom of the second. De La Torre and Berkovich Honors trying to get out of the jam. Slow chopper over to third. Susor charges, fires to first in time. And the Crawdads are retired in order. 4-5-6. We'll head to the third inning. Berkovich up next after this. Back for the top of the third inning, Berkovich Honors trailing by 6. And we've got some news for you fans at home. Michael Olson has now broken his career high in strikeouts in college. Had 4 this spring in 1 outing at Chabot, and now 5. Looking to add some more. Anthony Decker will be the first guy he faces in this inning. Decker shows bunt, pulls it back, outside fastball.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the strikeout stuff and how he was showing it better than he ever has.
Apparently so. Michael Olson, very sharp today. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, and Decker loses the bat.
Went flying behind him. Goes running to retrieve it. You don't see that too much.
No, especially not in this CCL. People tend to hold on to the bat. There's no excessive bat flipping either in this league. Especially not on this team. The Crawdads are anti-bat flip. The 1-1 to Decker in the dirt.
That's the official stance.
'Tis the official stance. Manager Brant Cummings a little more old school. That's what gives this team charm. The 2-1 to Decker. Lined into shallow right for a base hit. Second hit of the day for Berkovich Honors. And they start out the third with a base runner. Lineup turns over. Cole Jones, the center fielder, with a chance to start a bit of a rally, down 6. Fourth base runner of the day for Berkovich. Lefty Jones in the stretch. Olsen, pardon me. First offering to Jones. Curveball low.
Jones really struggled this year at Chabot, but if you look back one season prior to that, I mean, OPS in the high 800s, he's a solid player for sure.
Absolutely. Played 40 games for the Gladiators just 2 seasons ago. Takes another curveball inside, 2-0. Olsen didn't sit for very long in that last half inning, but some struggles early in the top of the third. The 2-0 to Jones. Fastball runs in. 3 balls and no strikes to the right-handed center fielder. Jones struck out swinging to start this game off. Wind blowing very generously into left center field. Righty could take advantage with a pull side hit. The 3-0. Jones watches a fastball right down the pipe. This spring, Olsen only had 3 outings where he went longer than 2 innings pitched. So not exactly used to being stretched out.
Yeah, that could be a factor here early on.
The 3-1. Fouled up in the infield. Bull coming on from first, and it bounces in front of him. He and Clisby couldn't communicate whose it was in time.
Yeah, I think the wind might have played a bit of a role there too. Bull took an unusual path to the ball.
That he did. So it's 3-2 now. No one out. Decker over at first after his single. Jones in a tough spot, choking up. Olsen with the payoff pitch. Ball 4 up and away.
Yeah, and this is what the Crawdads want to avoid. I mean, you have a big cushion. You know, there's no reason to get concerned right now, but 2 runners on, no outs to start the top of the third. You don't want things to spiral from here, you know.
Certainly not. Santino Nanez up for the second time today. Had a single in the first. One of just 2 hits for Berkovich today. Working with 2 aboard, no one out. Olsen, the lefty-lefty matchup. Misses outside on the first pitch. 1 ball and no strikes. Menez gets back into that batter's box. Olsen trying to stretch out this start, the 1-0. Fastball misses outside. And now Clisby is going to call for a battery meeting. Try to get this sorted out.
Yeah, just talk it over. I mean, like I said, you have a big lead. Just gotta try and find the strike zone here.
Crawdads ideally, especially pitching coach Dustin Cheney and manager Brant Cummings, would like to not go too deep into the bullpen. And that last pitch, the TrackMan data shows, would have been a strike at the top of the zone.
Yeah, just clipped it, but that's a strike. Well, wasn't called one, but.
Perhaps we need ABS here in the CCL. Either way, 2-0 at the dish.
I'd like that.
Would not be bad. The MLB is having a lot of success with it. That's for sure. Olsen from the stretch, the 2-0. Misses outside with the fastball. Three balls and no strikes to Nanez. Santino looking to pick up his second hit of the day. Olsen from the belt, the 3-0. Ball 4, missed with the fastball. A single and 2 straight walks loads the bases for Berkovich honors, and all of a sudden, this game inching closer and closer.
Yeah, and here comes Brant Cummings.
Likely going to be a change in the pitching staff. Yep, Carlos Hernandez will come in. We'll take a quick break here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. We'll be right back. This call to the bullpen, not Carlos Hernandez. This time we've got Miles Brand. So pardon me for making that error before we took this break. Miles Brand, a rising sophomore at Modesto Junior College. Six of 8 of his outings came against teams that reached the JUCO postseason.
So he's got some experience against some good teams.
That he is. Facing the right-hander Tanner Lee, righty-righty matchup with the bases juiced. First offering, swing and a miss.
It's going to be a big test early for Brand. I mean, bases loaded, no outs, no room for mistakes here.
Not at all. Brand, a guy, 8 appearances, 11 and a third innings pitched. The 0-1 to Lee. Chopper foul down the third base line. Rolls gave it a bit of a chase. 0-2. And you don't really need a strikeout here, Ethan. You just soft contact, let your defense do the rest of the work. Infield playing in.
Strikeout would certainly be nice, though.
It
They would definitely take it.
Don't need it, though.
Don't need it. That is true. If you can get the force out the plate, maybe try to throw it first, get 2.
Brand in the stretch. The 0-2 from the belt. Looped into shallow center field. Wilson makes the grab. He'll throw to his cutoff man at shortstop Parker, but 1 run does score. Anthony Decker gets Berkovich on the board.
Yeah, neither a strikeout or a ground ball, but still an out. And with the Crawdads lead, I think they'll take that. You know, get an out, start to get settled in to this 3rd inning, and just go from here.
Absolutely. That run will hang on Michael Olson's final tally. And now Vander Cole in the cleanup spot. Still 2 aboard. Brand, the Sacramento native, appears at second. Now comes home. Breaking ball. Called a strike on the inside.
Yeah, Brand, he's pounding the zone early on.
Absolutely. It's what Olson couldn't quite do to start this 3rd inning. He looked sharp earlier, but lost the command. The 0-1 from Brand. Swing and a miss. High fastball. 5'11", all 180 pounds of that, of Miles Brand's frame went into that pitch. So now Vander Cole down 0-2. Brand kicks and fires, looking for the put-away. Runner goes. Clisby throws to third, off mark.
Yeah, not quite in time. But the runner at first didn't go to second there, and that's key. You still have double play in order.
Very astute point, Ethan. Double play very much possible. Brand's 1-2 offering to Cole. Fastball down the middle, strike 3. Perhaps low on the bottom third, but nonetheless, on that x-axis, it was down the heart.
Hey, got the call. That's all that matters there.
That is correct, Ethan. Runners on the corners, 2 down for Makai Susor, the third baseman. Brand has the offering from Clisby. His first pitch. Fastball outer third, strike 1.
Yeah, I think that was a nice frame job there by Brandon Clisby to steal that strike.
You could say that again, Ethan. That absolutely the case. Regardless, 0-1 to Susor. Brand will step off.
Yeah, no throw, just looking the runner at first, back to the bag.
Little added composure as a bonus. Now the 0-1. Susor waves at that one outside. Nasty breaking ball there. Miles Brand in his Crawdad debut.
It's going strong.
Absolutely strong so far. And it was a guy who was successful at Modesto JC, 4.76 ERA in those 11 innings. The 0-2. Called strike 3 on the inner third. Caught Susor stunned. So in comes Miles Brand, 2 strikeouts to get out of the third. Berkovich gets 1 back, but we'll head to the Crawdads half of the inning, see if they can respond right after this. Back for the bottom of the third on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Bottom of the order due up Bryden Bull, Elijah Ramos, and Trevor Wilson, all three of whom singled in the first inning. Ramos and Wilson drove in runners. New pitcher they're facing, though, Elliot De La Torre, trying to get through his second full inning of work. Lefty-lefty matchup here against Bull. First offering, swing and a miss.
Big swing there.
Bryden Bull, known power guy, hit 5 home runs as a senior at Las Vegas High School in that year. 29 games, 462 batting average. The 0-1, fastball low. Bull redshirted this year at Ole Miss, one of 2 SEC players here in the Creek 2026. De La Torre winds and delivers. The 1-1, outside, called strike 2. Missed with the breaking ball. It's about an inch and a half outside the zone, according to TrackMan. The 1-2 offering from De La Torre. Fastball nearly hits Bull, has to jump back. 2-2 count. And Bryden Bull, the first Walnut Creek Crawdad to be from the University of Mississippi, the 6th overall from the Southeastern Conference. The 2-2 to him. Outside, full count.
A lot of good baseball at Ole Miss. A lot of good baseball in the SEC as a whole. The more SEC talent the Crawdads can get, the better.
Absolutely. They don't call it one of the best conferences in the nation for all sports for nothing.
They say it just means more.
That they do. The payoff. Ground ball up the middle. Over is Nanez. The throw, not in time. Bryden Bull starts his Crawdad career with 2 straight singles.
Showing off some sneaky speed.
Yeah, I mean, according to Perfect Game, he's a 6.9 runner. So decent speed. Either way, leadoff man aboard, Elijah Ramos at the dish. In his Crawdad debut, he's 1 for 1. And Ramos, actually a guy familiar with the California Collegiate League, Ethan, in 2024 was an all-star with the Sonoma Stompers.
We know the Stompers well.
That we do. De La Torre out of the stretch. First offering to Ramos, a breaking ball in the zone.
It was a good summer in Sonoma too.
That it was. 323 batting average, 837 OPS, 40 hits, 18 runs driven in. Struck out just 16% of the time. The 0-1. Ramos hits it high in the air to center field. Jones camps under it and puts it away. 1 down in the bottom of the third. Trevor Wilson up.
The center fielder, number 6, Trevor Wilson.
Wilson, 2 seasons with the Kelowna Falcons in the West Coast League. Hit 216 in 2024, 246 in 2023 as a true freshman. First offering to him. Off speed and upstairs. We'll see if Bull flashes any of that sneaky speed on the base paths here. About a 12-foot lead off the first base bag. De La Torre comes home on the 1-0. Fastball misses in the opposite batter's box.
Yeah, in a 6-1 game on a Brant Cummings coach team, I'm not sure he'll be getting the go sign at first, but
Really?
you never know.
No way.
You never know.
I'm shocked, Ethan, you'd say that.
I don't know, Charlie. You never know.
You do never know. This is a good point. De La Torre looks to first. Now the 2-0. Fouled off. Wilson trying to make the most out of this summer. A guy who is very sound defensively, wants to compete, show what he's made of. Hasn't had a lot of opportunities at San Jose State. The 2-1 offering. Wilson takes inside breaking ball. Strike 2. So should Wilson, well, regardless, pardon me, so long as Wilson doesn't hit into the double play, we will see the lineup turn over. Here's a pick back to first. Bull safely standing.
And De La Torre is convinced that he's not going to go.
Apparently not. He respects the speed.
You have to.
De La Torre from the third base side of the rubber. The 2-2. Chop to third. Susor collects, throws to second for one. On to first, not in time. Wilson legs it out on the fielder's choice. So the lineup does, in fact, turn over. Here's Shane Aldrich.
Now batting the right fielder.
Lefty-lefty matchup here for De La Torre. Aldrich has reached base twice today, tripled to lead off the Crawdads offense in the bottom of the first, then walked in his second at-bat that inning. Bull still on first, 2 down in the bottom of the third. First offering to Aldrich, well outside. Shane Aldrich this year at Menlo College was a beast. 32 runs driven in, 14 doubles, 1 triple, 6 homers. Walked 13 times. Another pick back to first. Wilson safe this time. And Aldrich was the primary leadoff guy for that Menlo College team that had its winningest season at the Division II level since 2017.
Yeah, it was a big part of that team.
Absolutely. The 1-0. Strike on the outer third. 1-1 to Aldrich. Rising junior from Hayward. Prototypical leadoff guy with a bit of pop as well. The 1-1. Chop behind the dish. Foul ball.
And you're starting to see that, more and more in baseball these days. Having not just a guy that can get on base at the top of the lineup, but someone who has some power too.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly that philosophy that your best hitter should lead off, the old Kyle Schwarber approach.
Landon Hairston approach.
That's a great shout right there. Golden Spikes contender Landon Hairston. Had a fantastic season for the Arizona State Sun Devils. The 1-2 outside.
And throwing down his
Throw to nowhere. Wilson steals second, and he'll get third on the error. But strike 3 called, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, that explains why no one was covering the bag, at least.
That would do it. That would do it. So Aldrich strikes out. We'll head to the 4th inning right after this. Top of the 4th on the Crawdad streaming network. Miles Brand, nice inning of relief. Went the full inning, recorded all 3 outs after Michael Olson worked into a bases-loaded jam. But Olson, 2 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, a career high, 3 walks, 2 hits, and 1 earned run in his Crawdad debut. Rather effective, all things considered. 6-1 lead for the Crawdads. But Berkovich Honors trying to change that here. 6, 7, 8 due up. Jacob Dufresne, Diego Mares, and Mateo Bullis will all see at-bats. Miles Brand, the right-hander, will work against 3 straight righties. And Brand looked rather sharp, Ethan, in that inning. See if he can continue such.
Yeah, and he has the ability to go multiple frames 8 appearances this collegiate season, but 11.1 innings pitched.
Brand from the first base side of the rubber. Delivers. Fouled back. 0-1 to Dufresne. Designated hitter struck out in the second. Back against Olson. The 0-1 offering from Brand. Hit shallow center field. Wilson comes forward, puts it to the glove for the first out.
Quick out.
Very. One down for the second baseman, Diego Mares. Struck out looking in the second, his only at-bat of the day. About an hour and 15 minutes into this contest, Ethan, through 3 innings so far. Moving a little bit slower, but
Picked up since the first, to be fair.
that it has, absolutely. But this is kind of what you expect for the California Collegiate League, if we're being honest.
That is 110% true.
Thank you, thank you. Brand's first offering to the right-hander Mares. Breaking ball, inner third, strike one.
Yeah, seems to have caught the inside part of the plate.
Brand went to Jesuit Catholic High School out in Sacramento, as Mares loops the single into shallow left field. Third hit for Berkovich today.
Yeah, looks like Parker at short thought about leaping for it, but it was
well
a good
high.
bit over his head.
That it was.
Mateo Bullis.
One aboard for Mateo Bullis, the catcher. First hit that Brand has allowed, first base runner, matter of fact. See how the righty handles his own base runner. All of the ones he faced previously were inherited. First pitch to Bullis, outside fastball. Still a 5-run lead for Walnut Creek, so pitchers can be a little more relaxed on the hill.
For sure.
The 1-0. Bullis swings and misses.
The lead should also give them the confidence to go right after these hitters and attack them, and that's exactly what's happening here.
Absolutely no need to try to paint the corners, just eat in the zone. Brand's 1-1 offering. Low. 1 ball and 2 strike. Excuse me, 2 balls and 1 strike. Bullis redshirted in 2025 at Sonoma State, and after they cut their baseball program, had to transfer, so he went to Skyline. Waves and misses at the 2-1.
Yeah, unfortunate situation there. I mean, you have to scramble, find a new home. Not ideal.
No, not at all. But Sonoma State, following a trend of California State universities cutting their athletic departments sizably. The 2-2 to Bullis. Inside. Full count.
I know San Francisco State did.
Yeah, that they did. So SFSU baseball no longer a thing. Sonoma State out of existence as well. But Bullis found some success as a redshirt freshman at Skyline. He'll go back there, look for some more. Brand's payoff. Fastball below the knees. 2 straight base runners that Miles Brand has allowed.
Now
Bit of movement in the Crawdad bullpen.
number 11, Anthony Decker.
Yeah, you wonder how long Brand's leash is here because, you know, as we mentioned, he does have the ability to go multiple innings, but if he starts to allow free passes, could be pulled.
Absolutely. Here's Decker for the second time today. The righty Brand turns and fires. Fastball inside. Decker singled to lead off the third. Later scored on the Tanner Lee sac fly to center field. Decker, 20 at-bats in 15 games at Skyline this spring. The 1-0, back pick over to first. Clisby got him in time. Mateo Bullis caught out in front of the bag.
And he went back in standing up. You have to hit the ground on a play like that, and pays the price for not doing so.
That he does. Now 2 down. Still an RBI chance for Anthony Decker here. The 1-0. Upstairs. Pardon me, that was the 2-0. Makes it a 3-0 count. Diego Mara is at second base after his single. Brand struggling to locate, though, in this inning. The 3-0. Ball 4 in the dirt.
Yep.
4 straight base runners.
And Brand, he got some help there from Clisby on his second back pick of the game, but yeah, he's going to need to find the zone in a hurry.
Another right-hander for him to face here, Cole Jones.
Now batting
0 for 1 today, struck out in the first, reached on a walk in the third.
Jones.
2 on, 2 down. Berkovich still trailing by 5. Lots of work to do. But a pair of runners they want to score here.
Yeah, hit into the gap from Jones here could start to change the tide.
First offering from Brand, outside fastball. So another first pitch ball. We saw Brand in that first inning of relief. That's what he was so good at, first pitch strikes. Not so much in this inning.
Yeah, and if you look at the stats from last year, if there was an area of the game that
Slow chopper to first, foul.
if there was an area of the game that, he'll be trying to improve over the summer, it's limiting those base runners. He kept, runs off the board at a respectable rate. 4.76 ERA, that's respectable. But he did allow 12 hits and 9 walks in those 11.1 innings pitched.
Right. And that strikeout to walk ratio 1-to-1 exactly. 9 strikeouts, 9 walks. Not ideal. The 1-0 to Jones. Another back pick to first. Decker was had a big lead, but off-target throw from Clisby. Otherwise, Bull probably could have had the tag.
Yeah. Third time's not the charm in that case, but yeah, these head-first runners are going to have to be careful over there.
Certainly like the aggressiveness down by 5, but at some point, may need to rein it in a little. The 2-1 to Jones. Bounces in the dirt. Clisby on top of the wild pitch. He won't throw to third. Could have had a chance.
Maybe.
Now runners on the corners with 2 down.
But just back to my earlier point, I mean, it'll just make Brand's life so much easier for himself if he can just limit guys on base, because he can be an effective pitcher for sure. Just doesn't want to get himself into too much trouble.
Right, I mean, we've seen it already in this appearance. Seen both sides of the coin. The 3-1. Jones takes a fastball on the outer third. Well-located strike.
Yeah, get back in there. Full count now. Has a chance to end the inning right here.
The payoff from Brand. Ball 4 low. 3 straight walks that Miles Brand has allowed. Bases juiced with 2 down. And perhaps the best hitter for Berkovich honors, Santino Nanez.
Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Santino Nunez.
Nanez 1 for 1, singled in the first, walked in the third. Guy who has 21 career extra base hits at Skyline College, but 108 total hits. Just a base hit machine. And even a base hit here likely scores 2.
Yeah, very, very dangerous batter, and great job by Brand there to get ahead with the first strike.
Yeah, really nice breaking ball in the zone. 0-1. Now Nanez on the back foot. Just need 1 out, Brand does. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on the high cheese. Now you've got him right where you want him. 0-2. Question is, how will Nanez respond? Bases juiced, his team down by 5. Need a hit here. Can he manage it? Brand, the 0-2. Line drive, shallow right field. There's the base hit. One run comes across. They'll hold at third. An RBI single for Santino Nunez. Just enough to plate one.
Yeah, they'll play it station to station there, and might have been the smart play. That was a strong throw in to home.
Yeah, Shane Aldridge showing off the big arm over there. Same spot as we entered the last at-bat. Tanner Lee up. Bases juiced, 2 down. And now a 2-6 ball game. Headfirst Academy's Berkovich Honors trailing by 4 runs. First pitch to Lee. Upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Brand takes his time, now delivers the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Lee swung through his shoes.
Yeah, he did. He's trying to do it all here.
Can't exactly blame him. Down significantly. But now their deficit just 4. The 1-1 from Brand. Check swing, foul ball. 1-2. Tanner Lee taking his time, now steps back into the box.
Big pitch coming up for both parties.
Absolutely. Brand and the Crawdads just need 1 more, either strikeout or easy ground ball. The 1-2. Fastball just low.
That was the right call. Brand wanted it, but was a tad bit low.
Indeed it was. Brand comes set at the belt. Jersey waving in the wind. The 2-2. Outside just a hair. Full count yet again. It's been 5 straight base runners that Miles Brand has allowed. 2 singles, 3 walks after he got Jacob Dufresne to pop out into shallow center. Tanner Lee, the rising sophomore from Livermore. Does he have another run in the bat? Fouls back the payoff.
If there was no net, are you making the play?
No. There's a reason I didn't play baseball past 13 years old, Ethan.
Come on, Charlie, you got to stay ready.
I mean, my glove's in my bag over there, but I mean, you know, that one's too fast. I don't have those lightning quick reflexes anymore. Full count. Bases juiced. 2 down in the top of the 4th. The payoff. Chopper to Ramos set short. Or Parker Jr., mind me. Takes his time, fires the bull at first, and that'll do it. Berkovich strands 3 on the bases. They do get 1 back, but we'll head to the Crawdads half of the frame. They try to extend the lead. New pitcher on the mound for Berkovich Honors, Karsten Gill, the right-hander from Diablo Valley College. 4 appearances for the Vikings, 5 1/3 innings pitched. Top of the order due up for the Crawdads, 2, 3, and 4. Peyton Rolls, Ryan Ellis, and Brandon Clisby.
Yeah, for Gill, it's a bit of an unusual frame on the mound, only 5'10", 170 pounds, but he's out there doing it. You see at Diablo Valley, 5 1/3 innings pitched.
Yeah, 28 batters faced. The ERA, not in his favor, 15.19. He allowed 9 hits, 9 earned runs. Just 4 strikeouts and 3 walks.
Definitely some elevated numbers there.
Absolutely. And a very tough task, his first batter that he'll face in the Crawdad order, Peyton Rolls. Like we mentioned, just a monster true freshman year over at San Jose State, not too far from here where we're playing in Hayward. It's actually the Mountain West Freshman of the Week on April 20th. He went 6 for 14, 2 runs driven in, and 3 scored for San Jose State. The first pitch he sees laced into shallow left field. Peyton Rolls 2 for 2 today, 2 base hits. Was also hit by a pitch in the first.
Foul play.
Stellar Crawdad debut.
For sure.
So the young Crawdad gets aboard, and the veteran Crawdad with a chance to move him over. Ryan Ellis up to bat for the 3rd time today. Ellis's first hit this season, a double. And he grounded out. First pitch he sees popped up in the air towards the third base line and bounces in fair territory. There's a tough play in the sun for the third baseman, Susor.
Rolls on that single before that blooper from Ellis. That was a 95 exit velocity.
Yeah, hard hit.
And you just saw on that blooper from Ellis, you know, the wind is definitely playing a role today.
Absolutely. Tough spot Chabot is to play. It's blowing straight out into left center field. 2 aboard, no one out in the bottom of the 4th for Brandon Clisby. Second year Crawdad, 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to short in the first, struck out looking in the second. Gill kicks and fires. Called a strike at the knees.
We saw Clisby in the cleanup spot fairly often last season. Cummings likes to have a contact bat there.
It's definitely an interesting approach.
You know, I honestly don't hate it.
I don't either. It's just different. As that one hits the top of Clisby's helmet. He'll take the free base. Bases juiced, no one out for Dylan Perez in the 5-hole for Walnut Creek. And in his Crawdad debut, 2 strikeouts swinging for the young man out of Baylor. Perez walking up to Monaco by Bad Bunny. Pretty good song choice, I'd say at least. First offering, hit high in the air, left center field.
Should be deep
Jones
enough.
and Decker going back. And Decker off the glove. That's an error. In comes Rolls to score. Perez will get to first, Clisby to second. Everybody safe. Tough E7.
Yeah, that's a rough one, Charlie. That's a rough one.
7-2 lead for the Crawdads now.
Seemingly camped underneath it there. Just couldn't make the play.
Yeah, routine fly ball, and, you know, errors happen.
You know, like I said earlier on in the broadcast, it's opening day for everyone.
That is absolutely right, Ethan. Either way, bases juice, still no one out for Kevin Parker Jr. First offering to him, infield fly towards short, and the third baseman Susor calls for it and gets it in his glove. Finally, the first out.
Yeah, big first out there for Headfirst Baseball with the bases loaded.
Bases still loaded, 1 down for Bryden Bull.
Dangerous hitter.
You could say that again. The first baseman today for Walnut Creek, 2 for 2, a pair of singles. Trying to deal some damage with the bases loaded. First offering by Gill, swing and a miss. Would it be wrong to characterize Bull's swing as kind of long and lofty?
I don't think so. I was going to make...
The 0-1 hard chopper to first. Cole collects He'll flip to the covering Gill in time. Ellis does come in to score. So a ground out 3-1 for Bull. Does get a run across.
I was thinking of making a different comparison for Bull, one that you might be able to speak on more than me, but just tall, lanky, a little bit of Cody Bellinger in there.
I wouldn't say that that's wrong. Either way, 2 down, runners in scoring position, second and third for Elijah Ramos. First pitch, hit hard on the ground, gets past the third baseman, Susor. There's one, Clisby's across. They're going to send in Perez, and he'll score a 2 RBI base hit for Elijah Ramos. That's 3 for him. I got to say, that's a pretty good Crawdad debut.
Yeah, a lot of these guys having some solid debuts.
9-2 lead for Walnut Creek. Pardon me, 8-2 lead. And here's the bottom of the order, Trevor Wilson.
Scoring so many runs, we're losing count.
It's 10 runs. It's 10-2, an 8-run lead. Everybody's losing count here.
I only know how to count so high, Charlie. I'm getting scared.
I know we're journalism majors, Ethan. We don't count very well.
I'm not good at math.
Throw back to first, not in time. Ramos is safe. First offering to Trevor Wilson. Fastball low. Wilson 1-2, or 1-4-2 rather. RBI single in the first. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the third, so he did reach safely. But won't count for his batting average. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Gill makes a miss with the heater. Ramos a 10-foot lead over at first base. Carson Gill kicks and fires. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Off speed and inside, just a tough pitch to hit. Berkovich looking for one more, trying to get out of another tough inning for them defensively. The 1-2 is in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Crawdads have added on 4 to their lead here. The 2-2 outside. Wilson works the count full. Wilson, Bullard High School. That's where he went before heading to college. School record career 441 batting average. 3-time Fresno Bee All-Area Team member. Payoff pitch is in the dirt to Wilson, so he's aboard for the second time today. And Aldrich, he'll get an at-bat. The 9th batter in this inning.
Yeah, I mean, it's another big inning here for the Crawdads.
Ramos at second, Wilson at first. Aldrich fouls one away. Third base side, out of play.
Off the top of the Crawdads dugout.
Susor gave it chase. He thought he might have had a chance, but not
Wasn't
quite.
to be.
0-1 count to Shane Aldrich. The 0-1 comes home. Catches the outer corner. 0-2. So once again, Carson Gill, 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. 2 runners aboard in this jam. Here's the 0-2. Aldrich gets out in front of it. Slow chopper over to short, and Nanez gets past his glove. Ramos will come in to score. Now Aldrich heading over to second on a bouncer. The tag not in time. Couple of errors.
Decker just spiked that throw into the ground after it rolled into left field.
Not sure if they're going to give Aldridge a credit for a hit. They will not.
It's got to be an error right under the glove.
So E6 plus another error on the throw allows a run to come across. Now Peyton rolls, second time in this inning. up to bat. First offering outside. 1-0 to the rising sophomore Rolls. 2 runners in scoring position. Another guy with a chance to make a fantastic Crawdad debut. The 1-0. Skied up right side of the infield. On is Nanez. And diving effort. The ball comes out. Another error. Aldridge will score, as will Trevor Wilson.
I have no words, Charlie.
Neither do I. So add 2 more runs. It's a 13-2 ball game for Walnut Creek. I mean, and you know, you got to feel for Santino Nanez at this point. Just a rough defensive game for him.
Yeah, I mean, rough defensive game for him. Some of his teammates. Got to feel for the kid on the mound, though.
Absolutely, Gil. Just he's gonna have quite a few unearned runs on his tally as we get the mound visit over with.
Designated hitter. Number
Here's Ryan Ellis again. 2 for 3 today. A double and a single. Could he make an interesting run at the cycle here? We'll see. Stay tuned, folks. This guy's got pop. First offering to Ellis. Fastball at the knees, called a strike.
Provided one of the biggest moments, one of my personal favorite moments of the Crawdads season last year, grand slam in San Bruno.
That he did. Chopper over to first base. Gets out of the glove of the covering first baseman, Cole. And Ellis reaches safely on the fielding error.
We're going to call that a hit.
We're calling it a hit. All right, so be it.
now batting
So Ellis, 2 singles in this inning. 3 for 4 today. And now here's Brendan Clisby for the second time in the bottom of the 4th. Hit by a pitch as the 3rd batter this inning.
Yeah, these Crawdads, they're getting their swings in.
That they are. Runners at first and second, 2 down. The first pitch to Clisby upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Clisby looking for his first hit of 2026. At least in the summer season, I should say. The 1-0. Fouled away, first base side.
Home run derby participant. Brandon
That he
Clisby.
was. Was a CCL All-Star selection and home run derby participant in 2025. The 1-1. Slow chopper to third. Susor into the glove. The throw to first. In time. They just get Clisby.
I was close.
That it was. The 5-3 double play ends a 7-run inning for Walnut Creek. Whole lot of errors. We'll count them up, and I'll tell you what the tally is right after this. Back on the Crawdad Streaming Network, call to the bullpen. Here's Carlos Hernandez, the right-handed pitcher from Chabot College. This year, 11 appearances, 2-2 with a 5.51 ERA on a Chabot team that reached the postseason and won the Coast North Conference. And Carlos Hernandez facing David Colon, the first baseman.
Have to imagine it gives him some sort of advantage to be pitching on a familiar mound.
I probably would argue that it does. Hernandez's first pitch as a Crawdad. Fastball misses on the location. Right-hander Colon steps in. The 1-0 offering, called a strike.
Looks like a pretty similar pitch to me.
I don't disagree with you there, Ethan. Nonetheless, it's 1-1. Colon hits it back up the middle on the ground, base hit. So in his first at-bat, gets a hit.
That's what Headfirst needs. You know, you definitely can't get it all back in one swing. You just got to chip away, and a leadoff knock up the middle it's a start.
That it is. Another pinch hitter, Nate Turkington.
Number 16, Nate Turkington.
Hitting for Makai Susor. First offering to him low. One man aboard, no one out here in the top of the fifth. Hernandez looks over to first. The 1-0 home. Turkington swings and misses. One ball and one strike. Turkington, the Chabot College guy, 30 games there this spring, 214 hitter. High OPS, though, in the 700s, nearly 800.
I mean, he got on base. Had a 38% clip.
1-1 from Hernandez, inside and low, 2-1. 14 walks, 12 hits for Turkington in 56 at-bats. That'll play. Hernandez kicks and fires. Turkington fouls it away into the Crawdad dugout. Look out.
Heads up.
2-2 at the dish. Colon at first. And Berkovich trailing by 11 runs. Crawdads put up 7 in the last half inning. They put up 6 in the bottom of the first. So Berkovich going to need a whole lot more. The 2-2. Fastball misses on the outer third. According to our TrackMan data, would have been a strike at the top part of the zone.
The peanut gallery wants a challenge.
That they do. Hernandez with the payoff. Hit high in the air to center field. Ramos going back. Now Wilson calling for it in center, and he makes the catch. Trevor Wilson, he's been busy out there in center.
Yes, he's, I wouldn't say it's been the hardest plays, but with some of what we've seen from the other side, sometimes it's all about the fundamentals.
That it is, Ethan, that it is. One down, one aboard for Jacob Dufresne, the designated hitter. Hitless today. Struck out in the second, flew out to center in the fourth. Hernandez's first pitch, too much movement. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Hernandez resets at the belt. Comes home on the 1-0. Dufresne laces it. Shallow right field for a base hit. His first of the day. That brings up second baseman Diego Marez, who is 1 for 2 himself with a single.
Now batting the second baseman, number
Brief mound visit. Brandon Clisby talking to Carlos Hernandez on the hill.
Maybe just some quick words of encouragement before going after the next batter.
Perhaps so. Hernandez, his best outing this season, 4 1/3 shutout innings against City College of San Francisco, where he struck out 3 batters. First pitch to Mares, just high.
Something interesting about Hernandez, he was originally listed as a two-way guy, but only saw time on the bump.
Yeah, it's a very interesting for the rising sophomore. The 1-0 offering hit into the gap. Wilson over from center. Runner turning from third, and he'll score an RBI single for Diego Mares. Now the deficit to 10 for Berkovich. Runners on the corners, just 1 down. Another pinch hitter now for Berkovich Honors.
Now batting number 8, Evan Fuji-Sisler.
Evan Fuji-Sisler, the pinch hitter. Originally not listed on the Berkovich Honors roster coming into this one. But we'll see what he can do here against Carlos Hernandez.
Maybe he's a secret weapon.
Maybe so. Got a bright green bat. First pitch swinging. Shallow left center field. Easy base hit. Another run comes across. So maybe you're right, Ethan. A little bit of the secret weapon. Runners at first and second for Decker.
Yeah, it'll be looking to make up for that error he committed out in left field, letting what originally seemed to be a rather routine fly ball drop.
That he will.
Led to some runs.
Decker 1 for 1 at the dish today. Singled in the third, walked in the fourth. 9-run deficit for Berkovich Honors. First offering from Hernandez. Fastball inside. Righty delivers on the 1-0. Fastball up and away. 2 balls and no strikes, and Hernandez has really struggled with his control in this outing.
Yeah, not ideal, especially, as we were saying earlier, with a lead this big, you just want to pound the zone, but he's been unable to do that so far.
The 2-0. Fastball misses high. 3 balls and no strikes to Anthony Decker. Rising redshirt sophomore at Skyline. The 3-0 fastball on the inner third. First strike for Hernandez. In this at-bat, at least.
Decker didn't walk in 20 plate appearances at Skyline this season.
Good eye. 3-1, chopped foul on the third base line. Full count. Does already have a walk today, though. Was looking like he might have worked another one here.
Turning the tide.
Perhaps so.
Maybe.
A little more plate discipline, which was one of our keys to the game, for the Crawdads at least.
That's what summer ball is all about, working on improving your play.
Absolutely. The payoff from Hernandez. Hit into center field. Wilson coming on, makes the grab. First time that Decker has not reached base today. On the fly out to center field. Lineup turns over. Still 2 aboard, but 2 down now for Cole Jones.
Now batting the center fielder, number 10, Cole Jones.
Cole Jones, 2 straight walks in the third and the fourth. 0 for 1 today as he struck out to start this game off. Hernandez trying to get out of this jam. A mini jam, so to speak, when you're up by 9 runs. First pitch, chopped foul. Jones will stop and tie his shoes here. Hernandez clearly ready to throw. Now he has the go-ahead. The 0-1. Breaking ball upstairs. 1-1. Jones from Oakland, California, went to Bishop O'Dowd High School here in the Bay. Looking for a new home in college as a rising junior. The 1-1 hit sharply on the ground to Rolls. He'll take it to the third base bag himself on the force play, and that'll do it for the top of the fifth. Berkovich gets two back, and we'll head to the bottom half of the frame. Crawdads up to bat. Back for the bottom of the fifth, Dylan Pettis, Kevin Parker Jr., and Bryden Bull up to bat in the bottom of the fifth for the Crawdads. Carson Gill still on the mound for Berkovich, his first offering in there for a strike. Pettis finally reached for the first time as a Crawdad in the bottom of the fourth. He did reach on an error. High pop up into left field that was not caught. Takes it inside for a ball, 1-1. Still looking for his first hit in Walnut Creek. The 1-1. High pop up in the infield, coming on. Turkington from third base just squeezes it. Ice cream cone.
Yeah, almost looks like he overran it a little bit and stuck the arm out behind him. Ended up saving what would have been another embarrassing draw.
Absolutely. One down for Kevin Parker Jr. Nobody aboard. Crawdad shortstop today, also looking for his first hit with his new team. Walked in the first, grounded out in the second, and popped out in the fourth. First pitch from Gill, low. 1 ball and no strikes. Now the 0-1. Parker Jr. hits it high in the air, left center field. Cole Jones coming on from center to put it away. 2 quick outs for Carson Gill, and frankly, the bottom of the fourth would have been a lot quicker had his defense not failed him.
Yeah, it's true, and two solid plays there.
Absolutely. So now, for the fourth time today, Bryden Bull, the redshirt freshman from Ole Miss, up to bat, 2 for 3, has 2 singles, and has driven in 2 runs. Gill kicks and delivers. Outside breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 offering, swing and a miss. Bull looking for all of it there. Now it's 1-1. Bull has not played yet in college, but a career .449 hitter in high school in 3 years. The 1-1, driven high in the air, deep center field. Jones to the track and runs into the wall, but puts it away. Bryden Bull gave it a ride, but that'll do it. 2 flyouts to center field, and we'll head to the top of the sixth. Berkovich trying to get some more back, trailing by 9. top of the 6th, and it's another inning of work for Carlos Hernandez, the right-hander on the hill for Walnut Creek. Bit of a shaky first inning last one, Ethan. 4 hits, 2 runs came across. He did strand 2 runners, though. But facing the top of the Berkovich order, Santino Nanez, Tanner Lee, and David Colon, the first baseman, in the 3 spot.
Yeah, I'll be hoping for a bit of a smoother go of things, but, you know, he got out of the mini jam that he found himself in.
Absolutely. Also some defensive changes for the Crawdads at first and second base. Barrett Ronson and TJ Woodson making their Crawdad debuts. Ronson at first, Woodson at the 2 spot. First pitch from Hernandez inside on Nanez. 1 ball, no strikes to a man who is 2 for 2 with 2 singles, an RBI, and a walk.
Tried to bunt there.
He did. We'll see if he tries that again. The 1-0 from Hernandez. Fastball up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Nanez, just a monster year at Skyline this season. 41 games, 26 runs driven in. The 2-0 is a strike on the outer third. .436 on base percentage for Nanez. Only struck out 12 times.
It's impressive.
The 2-1 from Hernandez. Fastball inside. 3-1. Berkovich still trailing by 9 runs here in the top of the 6th. Inching closer, the Crawdads are to a Game 1 win here on opening day. The 3-1. Hernandez paints the outer corner. Full count. .704 local time here out in sunny California. Still blue skies. Hernandez with the payoff. Ball 4 well outside. Leadoff walk for Santino Nanez. He's been on base every single at-bat.
Now batting for right fielder number 3.
So the walk brings up Tanner Lee, the right fielder. 0 for 2. Reached when he was hit by a pitch in the first. Drove in a run on a sac fly in the third. Hernandez misses with the first offering, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Outside again, gets behind Clisby. Nanez, no problem. He'll head to second. Turns around looking for third. They'll stop and head back to second wisely.
Yeah, big turn there, though.
RBI chance for Tanner Lee. The 2-0, high and tight. Lee ducks out of the way.
Look out.
3-0. Seven walks on the day for the Crawdads. The season high last year was 11 in one game. The 3-0. Ball 4 inside. There's number 8. Clisby on the throw to third, not in time. Nanez gets the steal.
So runners at the corners now. No outs.
And no outs. David Colon, the first baseman, up. A guy with pop.
Now batting number 25.
Limited action, though, this year at West Valley College. 15 games, 20 at-bats. Did have 5 extra base hits, though.
Yeah, to prove your point, all 5 of his hits were for extra bases.
Well, there you go. First offering up and away.
A double, or 2 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run.
The 1-0 swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. In Cologne's first start at West Valley, he had 2 triples as a true freshman. Pretty crazy. Berkovich would love for him to tap into some of that power here with runners on the corners. The 1-1 from Hernandez. Breaking ball away. Like we mentioned at the top of this broadcast, Ethan, the key to the game for Walnut Creek was limiting walks. They have not thus far. And yet they're still up by 9. The 2-1 in there for a strike from Hernandez.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to say you can walk as many as you want when you score 13, but it adds a cushion.
That it does. The 2-2 offering to Cologne. Ball 3 outside. And the first baseman, a man who helped West Valley College come back from an 8-0 deficit in that first start. He had that triple when they were down 8-2. Then the second tied the game at 12 runs apiece. Shout out our general manager, Austin Noda, feeding me these fantastic game notes. The 3-2 swing and a miss through his shoes.
Almost fell over. He swung so hard.
They're going to call him back. Never mind. I think. No, now they are. Now he's out. I don't know what that was about.
I am just as confused as you are, Charlie.
Either way, he struck out. There's 1 down. Still runners on the corners. Now here's Nate Turkington, excuse me.
Now batting number
Rising sophomore from San Jose, California, went to Bellarmine College. And now we're going to get a mound visit. Head coach Brant Cummings going to the hill for Walnut Creek. We're going to take a quick break right here on the streaming network. Back for the continuation, top of the 6th. 1 down, and the call to the bullpen. The Crawdads go to the Crawdad legend Noah Zirkle, right-hander, formerly of West Valley College, now at Cal State East Bay. Just finished up his first season there as a redshirt junior. And man, Ethan, this is a guy who now is 11 appearances behind Ryan Delaney for most all-time as a Crawdad.
Yeah, you'd have to think that he has a solid chance of catching up to the intern Ryan Delaney this season.
Absolutely. I mean, he had 10 games last summer, so there's a chance he gets 12 this year. First miss with a ball to Turkington. Now the 1-0. Called a strike on the outer corner. Zirkle at Cal State East Bay went 25 and 2/3 innings with a 6.31 ERA. 23 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts to 12 walks.
From February 8th through April 4th, he had a stretch where he had a 2.29 ERA over 19.2 innings pitched.
Wow. The 1-1 misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Zirkle, just a guy who knows what it means to be a Crawdad. He's been here now. This will be his 4th season in the Creek. The 2-1 to Turkington. Fastball outside, 3-1.
And for Zirkle, I mean, he's just a grinder. I mean, he's battled through injuries to come and, be the pitcher that he is.
Had a biceps injury with West Valley his last year. The 3-1 misses low. That's ball 4. 9 walks on the day for the Walnut Creek pitching staff. And it brings up Jacob Dufresne. Bases juiced with just 1 down.
22, Jacob Dufresne.
Zirkle up and down 2025 summer with Walnut Creek. 12 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts to 12 walks. First pitch to Dufresne inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Maybe an inch or so from hitting the right-handed designated hitter.
Yeah, that's one of the last things that Zirkle wants to do here.
Manager Brant Cummings going to the bullpen, a guy with experience trying to shut down this late rally. 1-0 fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dufresne, 47 career games at Skyline College, .317 career hitter. The 1-1 from Zirkle outside. 2-1. Dufresne, .564 slugging percentage and .371 on base percentage as well. Definitely a guy who can get it done.
Yeah, very, very solid player over at Skyline.
Big chance here with the bases loaded. The 2-1. Gets away from Clisby, outside fastball. Another 3-1 count.
Yeah, he pounced on it, didn't get far enough away from him to bring in a run. Crucial there.
Absolutely. Clisby just so athletic back there, able to hop on. Kind of in the story of this game, Ethan, the Crawdads struggling to locate on the mound. Noah Zirkle not exempt. Here's his 3-1. Swing and a miss. Nice off-speed pitch.
Yeah, he got an ugly swing on that one to put the count at full.
American flag in center field, billowing away in the wind. It's blowing straight to left field. The 3-2 to Dufresne. Chopper back to Zirkle, misses him, and Woodson playing second can't get there either. Nenez will score on the RBI single.
Yeah, look out, Noah Zirkle came right back to him and then squirted past the middle infielders into center field.
And just the way his delivery worked, he was not in a position to raise the glove up and try to take a stab at it.
No, not quite.
Bases still loaded, 5-13 game. Berkovich honors within 8. Only 1 down. Diego Merez with a chance. First pitch from Zirkle, fouled back.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give a little bit of credit to Berkovich Honors. They're fighting. They're not going down.
Absolutely, they don't quit.
They're still giving it their all.
Zirkle in 3 seasons prior with the Crawdads, 11.14 combined ERA in 21 innings. The 0-1. Breaking ball bounces in the opposite batter's box. Clisby on top of it. 1-1 to Marez. Zirkle originally went to Fresno State right out of high school. Redshirted and did not play. Went to West Valley College. 6 appearances in 2024. Got a med red in 2025. As Merez Rips one into shallow right field. Aldridge digs it out at the warning track. 2 runs will come across. Big 2 RBI single for Diego Merez. 7-13 ball game, head first. They are not quitting anytime soon.
No, they're not. And this is what the Crawdads wanted to avoid, allowing Berkovich Honors to gather some momentum as they're attempting to get back into this game. Still a long way to go, but you want to put out the fire as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. Evan Fuji Sizzler with a chance here. First pitch from Zirkle. Nice breaking ball in the outer third.
Back up with that kind of teal bat.
The 0-1 from the big righty. Breaking ball in the middle of the zone. 0-2. Sizzler, his first at-bat in the 5th. RBI single. Still has an RBI chance here. Runners off the corners. The 0-2 from Zirkle. High chopper back to the pitcher himself. He'll flip it to Ronson at first for the out. But Dufresne comes across from third to score. Eight runs total now for Berkovich Honors. They've gotten 4 back in this inning. They still trail by 5. Merez is at second, and here's a pinch hitter for Anthony Decker. First offering to the new batter, Vince Majorana. Outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0 to Majorana. In there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Looks like he's a high school senior.
Oh, wow. High school
Graduating.
senior. Look at that.
Just graduated.
Congratulations to him, graduating high school. 1-1 from Zirkle, fouled back. 1-2. 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. The Crawdads are now.
I have to think that this is great experience for a rising freshman.
Absolutely get some good at-bats against quality pitching here in the CCL. The 1-2. Breaking ball on the inner third, misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Majorana. Does have the lefty-righty advantage here against Zirkle. RBI chance, the 2-2. Lined into the right center gap. Shallow, so here comes Wilson on. The runner turning, and he'll score from third. Diego Merez. And a nice RBI single, Vince Majorana. Nightmare inning for the Walnut Creek Crawdads. They entered the inning leading by 9. They now lead by 4. Lineup turns over to Cole Jones. No one aboard. 2 down. Pardon me, there is still 1 aboard. Majorana's at first. Zirkle's first pitch. Breaking ball, inner third, strike 1.
Crucial there.
Absolutely, just needed something to get back in it. The 0-1 to Jones. Just misses. Not quite sure where. Trackman would have called it a strike at the top of the zone. The 1-1. Jones fouls it back.
Majorana at first was running on the pitch.
That he was. So Berkovich still trying to play this one as aggressively as they can.
I mean, they're within 4 now. In the way that they've been scoring runs, you have to sweat a little bit if you're the Crawdads.
Absolutely anything's possible here. The 1-2 now to Jones. Breaking ball misses in the left-handed batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. 1 man aboard in the top of the 6th. Jones and his Berkovich honor squad trying to add to the 5 runs they've scored this frame. Circle misses outside again, full count. The righties payoff. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball gets Cole Jones, and finally the Crawdads are out of the top of the 6th. We'll head to the bottom half of the frame. Can they add some insurance? We'll find out right here. Welcome back to the bottom of the 6th. Crawdads leading by 4 over Berkovich Honors, who just got 5 runs back in the top half of this frame. TJ Woodson, or pardon me. Yes, TJ Woodson takes his first at-bat as a Crawdad, lines it shallow left field. Easy base hit for the Baylor Bear. He'll turn for 2, and sliding in for the double is TJ Woodson, the rising redshirt freshman from Waco, Texas.
He wasn't wasting any time there.
And that's exactly what the Crawdads need, Ethan. They need some insurance runs here, the way the pitching has been. Here's a center fielder, Trevor Wilson, having himself a productive day. 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a walk. Wilson takes outside from Carson Gill in his 3rd inning of work now. Woodson a healthy lead over at second. Gill looks back. 1-0 from the stretch. Hard hit over to third, collected, and they throw to Cologne in time. They get Wilson on the grounder.
Sounded like he might have broken his bat there.
That's what I thought. He'll have to check that one for cracks.
Now batting the right fielder,
Lineup turns over. Shane Aldridge an RBI chance.
Aldridge.
Crawdad right fielder. 1 for 3, a triple, a strikeout, a walk, reach on an error in the 4th. First pitch, swing and a miss. Carson Gill has been rather effective, Ethan.
Yeah, and I mean, most importantly, he's eating innings.
Yes.
He is.
And Woodson takes off before the pitch, steals third.
Some aggressive base running there that paid off, just caught Gill and Berkovich Honors napping.
That's the player that the manager, Mr. Cummings, is going to like for Walnut Creek. He likes guys that play fundamental baseball. Woodson flashed the speed there.
Yeah, last season, the want to steal bases was there, and sometimes we saw it, sometimes we didn't. Woodson seems like a guy that can do that for this team.
Absolutely. Certainly a star to watch for the Crawdads. The 0-2 to Aldrich in the dirt. Woodson, a very prodigious prospect out of the Texas high school system. Sure, we'll talk all about it next time he's up. Gill delivers the 0-2. High chopper over towards first base, foul. There are some shadows on the mound as we get later and later into this game. 7:27 local time. Tree line casting a shadow right on the mound. The batter's box, however, still in the sun. Something to watch out for these batters. A little bit tougher to see the pitches now. The 0-2 again, swing and a miss. Aldrich goes down swinging for the first time today. To aboard. TJ Woodson 90 feet from home. And now Peyton Rolls will be the man with a chance to bring him in. Rolls having a standout game already. An RBI single, another single in the fourth. He reached on an error his second at-bat in the fourth. First pitch misses away. 1 ball and no strikes. Rolls 2 walk-off hits as a true freshman at San Jose this year. The 1-0, fouled away, 1-1. One of those walk-offs, an RBI double on March 13th to defeat New Mexico. And then an RBI single 3 days prior to that on March 10th to defeat California.
Solid programs.
The 1-1, well outside.
And you mentioned already 2 hits today for him. I mean, he had 21 this past season. 21 multi-hit games, I should say.
Yes, 21 multi-hit games. Very impressive year for Peyton Rolls. The sky looking up for him. Sky's the limit, I should say. The 2-1, high chopper, third, foul. 2-2. Rolls just a classic contact bat with a little bit of juice, some gap power, as you might say. Hits a lot of doubles. Probably the guy the Crawdads want up, trying to plate just one from third.
Have to imagine so.
Gill with the 2-2. All 3 in the dirt. Full count to Peyton Rolls. Playing summer ball for the first time in his career. The payoff from Gill. Hit high in the air, deep to left. Back is Decker to the track, and it's off the glove. Woodson will walk home, rolls to second, now turning for third. The throw, not in time. He slides safely. So whether that's a triple or an error, they're going to give him a triple. Peyton Rolls, his first extra base hit as a Crawdad, brings in another run.
Yeah, it was a tough play out there in left field. Ball slicing away from the fielder, and Rolls, he just never stopped running. Just went and went and went. Slid in safely.
Here's Sutter Moss, designated hitter, making his first appearance for a Crawdads. Grounds one up the middle to Gill, flip to first in time. He's retired on 1 pitch, but not before Walnut Creek gets one back, courtesy of the big Peyton Rolls RBI triple. Led to the top of the 7th, Berkovich with some offensive chances right after this. Back for the top of the 7th. Santino Nanez, for the 5th time today, will appear at the plate for Berkovich Honors. 14-9 game in favor of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Pitching has been suspect thus far, Ethan. 9 walks for the Crawdad pitching staff, but the offense has been going. 6 runs in the first, 7 runs in the 4th, then 1 in the last half inning to get it to the 14 tally they're at. Noah Zirkel's first offering belted into the right center gap. Wilson going back to the track. The throw in, not in time. Nanez way too speedy. A big double for him.
Great job cutting that off quickly, though, and throwing it in. If that gets to the wall and bounces around out there, that might be a 3-bagger.
Absolutely. RBI chance, no one out for Tanner Lee, the right fielder. Having a solid day, yet to record a hit, but was hit by a pitch in the first, hit a sac fly in the 3rd, grounded out in the 4th, walked in the 6th. Zirkel's first pitch to the righty, fastball outside. The 1-0 offering from the mound. Hit hard to 3rd, squeaks past, rolls into left field. Perez picks it up and throws in. Clisby will get it at home. But a solid base hit for Tanner Lee, his first today. Runners on the corners for David Colon, the first baseman. And Berkovich again within striking distance.
Now batting the first baseman, number 25, David Cologne.
Colon, plenty of power. Struck out in his first at-bat last inning. First pitch from Zirkel. Breaking ball in the zone, strike 1.
Yeah, nice pitch there to just get it in the zone, get ahead.
Seems like every pitcher except Michael Olson is in his first 2 innings has struggled with first pitch strikes for the Crawdads. The 0-1 from Zirkel. Breaking ball, same location, strike 2.
Yeah, quick 0-2 count.
He's located the breaking ball well. It's the fastball that he's had trouble with, it seems. The 0-2. Colon takes a ball in the dirt.
Yeah, that one got away from Zirkel.
Had to imagine Colon probably expecting another breaking ball there.
Probably does well to recognize that it's outside the zone, though.
Clisby delivers the signal. Zirkel sets at the chest. The 1-2 on its way. Ball 2, just a bit low.
Yeah, and this is what's been happening. Even when Zirkel's gotten ahead, he's ended up, letting the Berkovich batters get it even falling behind in some cases. Needs to finish them off.
Looking for a big pitch here. The 2-2. Ball 3 below the knees. Zirkel missed another fastball there. Colon, the rising sophomore, West Valley. Big chance with the full count here. Zirkel exhales. The payoff. Fouled away. Excuse me. Into the first base seats. So we'll do it again. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Zirkel gets him to bite with the slider.
That is a huge out. I mean, the difference between bases loaded, no outs, and 1 out. Runner still at the corners, but double play can end the inning here. It's a big difference.
Absolutely. Tough spot for Zirkel here against a left-hander, and out comes Brant Cummings for the Crawdads. We'll take a break here for the pitching change. Welcome back to the top of the 7th. Call to the bullpen for Walnut Creek. Austin Bolello will replace Noah Zirkle, the rising sophomore at Willamette University, native of Orinda, California, and a guy who is from a family, a longtime host family of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Bolello against Tarkington. First offering well outside, 1-0. Bolello in his freshman year appeared 10 times for Willamette, 16 and 2/3 innings. The 1-0 to Turkington, foul ball, 1-1. Bolello stands just 5'10", bit of a sneaky left-hander, lower arm slot delivery. One of just 3 freshmen at Willamette to throw over 15 innings. The 1-1 to Turkington. Looping breaking ball, the runner goes. Clisby's throw to second, not in time. And the runner comes home from third. Nanez will score. It's a 10-14 ball game for Berkovich.
Yeah, that's the risk of throwing down a second on a play like that, or a third. Can break home and score.
The 2-1 to Turkington. Fouled back. Bolello this year, 11.34 ERA in those almost 17 innings. 24 hits allowed, 21 earned runs, 11 strikeouts to 9 walks. It was 1-4. The lefty's 2-2 offering. Breaking ball outside, full count. And Ethan, right now, Crawdads just need Bolello to eat this inning and maybe even the 8th. Try to get out of here unscathed.
Yeah, and it starts with another strike here.
The payoff. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. Almost had to throw him out, but Clisby's throw bounces in the dirt, rolls, can't get there.
Yeah, and had a chance there at third, too.
This is the 4th time this game that Headfirst and Berkovich, has cut the lead to 4 runs. Now that we sit at 10-14.
Yeah, they've clawed back a couple times, but just haven't been able to get over that hump. The Crawdads, to their credit, have been able to hold them off.
Absolutely. But a chance to inch it even closer here. Dufresne up against a left-hander with a runner at third. First pitch to the righty. Two-seamer hits the bottom of the zone. Strike 1. Nice movement on that pitch.
Yeah. Intriguing arm.
Absolutely. Very low delivery slot for Bolello. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Dufresne 2 straight singles in his last 2 at-bats. In the 6th, he drove in a run. Chance to do the same here. Takes the 1-1 in the dirt. Clisby finds it. 2-1.
Yeah, able to keep it around the home plate area. Keep the runner at third.
The 2-1 to Dufresne. Fastball low, 3 balls and 1 strike. Jacob Dufresne waiting patiently for his pitch. Seeing the ball well. Bolello's 3-1 offering. Ball 4 in the dirt.
Yeah, unfortunate there. I mean, you get a strikeout, you think you're one step away from getting out of the frame, and then you walk the next guy, and you gotta go back to work.
That you do.
But you can't let it spiral. You can't carry that walk over into the next batter. You gotta have a short memory and get back to attack mode.
We'll see if Bolello can do that here against Merez. Runners on the corners and 2 down. First pitch. Check swing, and they're going to award Merez the base despite the swinging strike.
Yeah, I suppose he didn't go. I mean, it sure looked like it, but they're gonna say that he didn't, and he was hit by the pitch. Um,
Interesting call, to say the least.
yeah,
Bases juiced for Evan Fuji Sizzler. Playing catcher now in relief of Mateo Bullis. First two at-bats today, he's got RBIs, a single and then a ground out. First pitch, served up, shallow right field. There's a base hit to drive in one more. Aldrich with a cannon throw to Clisby to prevent any more.
it's getting a little scary for the Crawdads now, though. I mean, bases are loaded, 11-14 now. Yes, you have 2 outs in the frame, but outs haven't been easy to come by.
No, they have not. Here's Majorana. Relieve Decker in left field. First offering from Bolello to the left-hander. In there for a strike. 0-1. 3-run deficit for Berkovich Honors, the closest they've been in this game since the first inning. The 0-1. Breaking ball outside. 1-1. Go ahead run at the dish for the first time since the first pitch of this game.
There you go. That's a stat.
The 1-1 from Bolello. In the dirt, gets behind Clisby, but he's able to fish it out. Runners stay put. Approaching the 3-hour mark in this game, Ethan, and we are not through 6.5 yet.
It's been a long one.
That it has. The 2-1. Served up, shallow left center field. Gets Perez in the eyes. The Sun does. 1 run comes across. There's 2.
Yeah, he just seemed to never see it. And that, unfortunately for the Crawdads, brings Berkovich within 1.
Absolutely. It's now for the second straight inning. 9 Berkovich Honors baseball players have seen an at-bat in the inning. 1-run game. The tying run 90 feet away for Cole Jones. Bolello's first pitch. Called a strike, outer third. This game looked to be over through the 4th inning, and all of a sudden, Berkovich has crawled their way back. The 0-1. Fastball misses outside.
As we were saying earlier, you can never say never, especially here. You know, not an official CCL game, but in this league, with these games, you can never say never. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. You're absolutely right, Ethan. The 1-1. Hit high in the air, left center field. Ramos backpedaling, makes the catch, tumbles backwards, but he secures it nonetheless.
What a play.
What a defensive effort from Elijah Ramos. Kevin Parker Jr. that was, to save even more runs. That'll do it for this inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th, see if the Crawdads have some more runs in their bones. Back for the bottom of the 7th here at Chabot College in Hayward, California. It's opening day for the Walnut Creek Crawdads, and they find themselves in a precarious position, Ethan. They led as many as 13-2, and all of a sudden, it's 14-13 against Berkovich Honors. Heart of the order due up Brandon Clisby, Dylan Perez, and Kevin Parker Jr., who just made what might be the best defensive play of the game to save even more runs from coming across.
Yeah, it was a great play, backpedaling, finally made the catch, tumbled, still held on.
Jacob Dufresne on the mound and hits Clisby in the left hand.
Ouch.
Certainly stings, but the Crawdads will take a free base runner.
He's a catcher, he's tough.
I think that'd be fair to say. Here's Dylan Perez, 0 for 4 today in his Crawdad debut. Would love a hit right here.
Sure he would, take advantage of the leadoff base runner.
First offering to Perez, fastball outside. 1 ball and no strikes. And apart from Van Slyke's really rough first inning, the defensive confusion in the 4th, the Berkovich Honors pitching staff has been good so far. Perez, chopper too short, on to second for 1, the throw to first, in time double play.
That's brutal.
6-4-3. 2 down for the Crawdads.
I mean,
not going to win games this way.
Leadoff runner, you feel like you have a chance to add on some more, and then double play just comes in, ruins it.
Kevin Parker Jr.
Inning's not over, though.
Game's not over. Inning's not over. 2 down. No one on for Kevin Parker Jr. 0 for 3 himself today. First offering, breaking ball outside, 1-0. Parker Jr. reached 1 time. That was a walk in the first. Since then, searching for his first Crawdad hit. The 1-0. Hit up the middle, bounces off the mound. Nanez, crazy effort, ranging over to his left, makes the throw just in time. How about Santiano Nanez with some fantastic glove work in this inning, and the Crawdads go down 1-2-3. We'll be back right after this.
Headfirst Baseball 13.
Back for the top of the 8th. Berkovich Honors trailing by just 1 run. They have put it all together in these last couple of innings. 5 runs in the 6th, 4 in the 7th. And leading off is their most dangerous man, Santino Nanez. First offering from Austin Bolello to him, outside 1-0. Nanez, 2 straight fantastic plays with the glove. Turned the double play, then had the tough play up the middle to retire Kevin Parker Jr. as well. Has not had a plate appearance where he hasn't reached base today.
Yeah, I mean, he's been dangerous in all facets. You just talked about defensively, offensively as well. He's fast. I mean,
Yeah, 2 stolen bags, 2 singles, a double, and 2 walks.
he can do a little bit of almost everything.
Could argue he's the player of the game. The 1-1 offering to him. Breaking ball, outer third, strike one, or pardon me, strike two.
One more strike here really sets the tone for the bottom, the top of the eighth.
The 1-2 from Bolello. Just gets the end of it. A piece of it off the end of the bat. Pardon me, does Nanez. So we'll do 1 and 2 again. Crawdads lost this matchup in a very slow, walk-filled game last year, 4-2. Looked like they would get their vengeance, but now not so sure. The 1-2 outside, 2 and 2. Both teams have fought a latter half. They have not given up. The 2-2 to Nanez, in on his hands, fouled down the first base line. Two balls, two strikes, nobody out for the leadoff man, Santino Nanez and Berkovich honors. Austin Bolello. This will be his seventh batter faced. The 2-2. Strike three called. Nanez checked his swing, wasn't sure, but Bolello gets some help from the home plate umpire.
It's huge.
On a ball that was perhaps 3 to 4 inches outside of the plate. That was, according to TrackMan, well a ball.
Crawdads will take all the help they can get.
That they will. First offering to Tanner Lee inside. 1-0. Lee, 32 games at San Diego City College. Takes another ball inside. 206 hitter. 21 hits, 18 runs driven in 116 plate appearances. The 2-0 from Bolello to the righty. Hit hard on the ground, gets past Parker Jr. at short. Didn't really have a chance at it anyway. But a one-out single for Tanner Lee. 2 straight singles for him. And now David Colon, first baseman who struck out in his last 2 at-bats.
25, David Colon.
Crawdads would love a double play here, Ethan.
Absolutely.
Bolello steps off the mound to check himself briefly. Colon, big bat, 6'2". We're going to give one a ride. First pitch in the dirt. Clisby chases after it, but Lee stays put at first.
Yeah, when it first hit the dirt, I thought he might take off, but stay at first.
Healthy lead for Lee, about 10 feet from first base, where Barrett Ronson stands. There's a pick back to first. Lee safely.
Keeping
Lee
him
is safe.
honest.
Absolutely. The 1-0 from Bolello. Fastball hits the outer third on the two-seamer. 1-1.
I wonder if that one might have been a little off the plate too, but Clisby does a nice job to frame it.
Absolutely. Such an asset to have a catcher who's good at framing. The 1-1 runner goes. Throw off target. Parker Jr. does a nice job saving it from going into the outfield. Called a ball at the plate, so 2-1, RBI chance, no double play opportunity anymore for David Colon. Five runs in the sixth, 4 in the seventh for Berkovich honors to bring this game within 1 run. The 2-1 at the dish. Colon jumps back, takes it inside, 3-1. Crawdads scored 6 in the first, 7 in the fourth. They had a commanding 13-2 lead. And all of a sudden, the bullpen just has not been able to throw strikes. They've allowed 9 walks in this game and far too many hits to count. Now they're going to award Cologne the bag. I mean, I can't say I know what for, but he'll take the bag anyway. Perhaps a balk.
Oh.
Either way, 2 aboard for Nate Turkington. Bolello came in last at bat.
Yeah, if there's any benefit of a runner on first, it means that the double play is alive.
And a
pitch
lefty-lefty
could
matchup.
Yeah. Favorable matchup.
First offering to Turkington. Fastball on the outer third for a strike. So with that last walk in game 1, the Crawdads have already tied their single game walk record from last year with 11. Not a great look in game 1. One swing and a miss from Turkington.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at one side of the scoreboard, it looks great. But, yeah, not how you want to start the season off from the pitching front. Oftentimes, you're only as good as your pitching.
Absolutely. Our key to the game entering this game was limit walks. They have not, and that's why they find themselves in a one-run game. The Crawdads do.
Precarious position.
The 0-2 just outside. 1-2 to Nate Turkington, the third baseman at the dish. 30 games at Chabot College. 214 hitter there as a true freshman. Austin Bolello, the 1-2, hit hard into right field. Archridge going back. He doesn't have a chance. It's at the wall. Gets on a weird bounce past him. 1 run comes in. That'll tie the game at 14. Here's Tanner Lee across. RBI double for Nate Turkington with 2 strikes.
Wow.
14 all in the top of the 8th, just 1 down. 2 more runners in scoring position for Jacob Dufresne, who will remain in the game as the pitcher, and he will hit now. And now Brant Cummings for Walnut Creek coming out for a mound visit. They'll pull Bolello. We'll take a break and return for the rest of the 8th after this. Back for the top of the 8th, call to the bullpen. The Crawdads bring in Alex Gomez, a first-year Crawdad from the University of San Francisco, where he is a rising senior.
Yep,
Facing Jacob Dufresne here.
Infield in.
First offering, 1 down, 2 runners in scoring position. And Gomez delivers a ball outside, 1-0. Gomez from San Leandro, California, not too far from here at Hayward. 11 appearances this year for the Dons. 12 1/3 innings pitched. The righty's 1-0 offering. Hit hard into the right center gap. Back is Wilson. He tracks it in. Throw to the cutoff man, Woodson. Not in time. Jones will score at least on the sac fly. And now Berkovich with the lead, 15-14.
I mean, this game has been completely flipped on its head, Charlie.
Yep.
Huge lead for the Crawdads. It was getting chipped down and chipped down and chipped down, and now finally Berkovich has broken through.
First offering to Mares. Fastball on the outer third, strike 1. Gomez, prior to San Francisco, spent 2 seasons at Laney College. He was the ace of the Laney staff in 2025. 0-1 is in the dirt.
Yeah, very good year. I mean, he made 15 starts, 2.52 ERA, 16 appearances in total, 82 innings pitched, 88 strikeouts.
Pretty good season amongst the JUCO ranks.
You can see why the Dons were interested.
The 1-1 to Mares, runs inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gomez, his first season at Laney, was also a starter in 13 of his 14 appearances. 5.29 ERA in 64 2/3 innings. Not quite as effective, but really dialed it in as a sophomore. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Got a low bite on the fastball. This year, the jump to the D1 level wasn't too kind to Alex Gomez here, Ethan. 10.95 ERA in those 12 innings he pitched. 15 earned runs, 13 walks, 10 strikeouts.
Yeah, and I mean, it's, for me anyway, it's the walks that jump out. He didn't really have an issue with the walks at Laney, but, you know, more patient hitters at the D1 level
Certainly.
took advantage of Gomez.
Ball in the dirt makes it a full count for Mares. Another run 90 feet away over at third. The payoff from Gomez. Blooped into shallow left field. Diving effort. Woodson off his glove. The run comes in to score. The throw to get Mares at second. Caught him by a mile. The error allows 1 to score, but the Crawdads finally end the inning, down by 2 to Berkovich Honors. We'll take a break on the Crawdads streaming network, see if Walnut Creek's got it in them to tie this ball game back up after this. Back now for the bottom of the 8th here at Chabot College. 3 more runs in the top of the 8th for Berkovich Honors. They lead 16-14 over the Walnut Creek Crawdads. The Dads at one point led 13-2 all the way back in the 4th inning. Nonetheless, Barrett Ronson, TJ Woodson, and Trevor Wilson up to bat. Ronson, the rising junior from Santa Ana College, making his first at-bat as a Crawdad here in his debut. Against the right-hander, Jacob Dufresne. First offering, foul back. Ronson at Santa Ana College, pretty great sophomore season.
Yeah.
349 batting average, almost a 500 on-base percentage, and a 600 slugging percentage. 21 extra base hits, 39 runs driven in.
Yeah, Charlie, that'll play.
JUCO monster, one could say.
Absolutely. I'd have to imagine he's going to garner some interest.
You have to think. The 0-1 is low, 1-1. And in fairness, Ethan, he did play at St. Mary's College as a freshman in 2025. Played 3 games, 2 at-bats, 1 strikeout. The 1-1. Outer third strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ronson from Corona, California. Dufresne looking to put away the dangerous righty here. The 1-2 pitch. Ronson takes low. Classic middle of the order bat. Ronson is. That's what he did at Santa Ana College, a team that went 44-7. The 2-2 hit hard up the middle. Easy base hit for Barrett Ronson, and his first hit as a Crawdad. Notch it. Hard hit single. 97 off the bat with the wood. That's impressive.
Solid contact.
TJ Woodson.
Crawdads are going to need some more of that.
That they will. 1 aboard, no one out for TJ Woodson. Hit that big double in the 6th to lead things off. Later scored on the Peyton Rolls triple. First offering to Woodson. Low and in. Woodson was the number 23 ranked shortstop and the 138th overall player in a loaded Texas class of 2025. The 1-0, low. Led Waco's Midway High School to a Division I state championship as a senior in 2025. Quite the feat, especially in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, boatload of talent out there.
The 2-0. Woodson takes up and in. Trackman says should have been a strike. Nonetheless, it's 3-0.
Not originally from Texas, though. Played his first 3 years in Virginia.
That he did. The 3-0 to Woodson. Fastball on the inner third. Everybody knew he was taking that pitch.
Yeah. In this situation, you know.
The 3-1. Ball 4 inside.
There you go.
And just like that, Crawdads have 2 aboard and the 9-hole man, Trevor Wilson, up.
Something brewing for sure.
Potentially so.
Number 6, Trevor
Wilson 1 for 3. Hit that RBI single in the 1st. Big spot for him. The Crawdads trailing by 2. Wilson squares bunt, pops it foul.
That bunt popped up so high that it almost went over the net here at Chabot.
Yeah, that would have been something to see. Wilson, the Fresno, California native. First year with the Crawdads, spent his last 2 summer ball seasons up in the West Coast League. Staying home in California for a change. Dufresne peers to second. The 0-1. Fouled away. Wilson in an 0-2 hole. But the Crawdad center fielder has been stalwart defensively.
Yeah, he's made some nice plays out in the outfield. Done everything right out there. Time to see if he can do it with the bat.
Dufresne's 0-2. Well outside. Missed the slider. One and 2 to Trevor Wilson, teammate of Peyton Rolls and Wade Mounts, 2 other San Jose State Spartans on this Crawdad roster. Ball 2 upstairs. Dufresne missed the fastball. The 2-2. Wilson takes another slider away. Full count to the former valedictorian at Bullard High School, Trevor Wilson.
Yeah, and Wilson, he comes from a baseball family. His dad played college ball at Cal Poly, went on to be drafted by the Detroit Tigers in the 31st round.
That is correct. Big shout.
Round that doesn't exist anymore.
The payoff pitch, high and tight. Bases juice, lineup turns over for Shane Aldrich. Big spot for the Crawdads. Here comes the coaching staff for Berkovich. We're going to get a mound visit here. And on the Crawdad Streaming Network, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. So here comes David Colon on the hill to replace Jacob Dufresne. First offering to Aldrich, the left-hander. Outside fastball.
It's a huge spot for the Crawdads right fielder. Bases
Absolutely.
loaded, no outs.
Never mind, they left Colon at first base. It's Dufresne still on the hill after the meeting. The 1-0 high chopper over to second. Aldrich can't leg it out, but one run comes across. That's Ronson. Crawdads down to just 1 run deficit.
Now it'll be
The third baseman, number 16.
Peyton Rolls with the chance.
And who else but Peyton Rolls, a monster Crawdad debut. 2 singles, a triple, 2 runs driven in. Also reached on an error and a hit by pitch. 2 RBI chance for Rolls. First offering from Dufresne. Hit high in the air, deep center field. Jones tracking back. He's not going to get there. Extra base hit for Rolls. And we're tied. In comes Moss, Woodson, and there is Wilson as well. Unbelievable. Peyton Rolls. A massive RBI double. The Crawdads take the lead once more.
That's huge. What a piece of hitting there. Taking it back up the middle with some loft on it, all the way out over the center fielder's head. Couldn't have come in a bigger situation.
If there was ever any doubt, Peyton Rolls is clearly player of the game for the Crawdads at this point. 4 runs driven in and is a homer shy of the cycle. First pitch to Moss, the new batter. Upstairs and away. Crawdads only 1 down in the bottom of the 8th, trying to tack on more. We're approaching a football score here. A 1-0, swing and a miss.
Approaching sunset as well, which I don't think can be
No lights here.
discounted. No lights here. It is still light enough and should be for a while, but I wonder if that could eventually play into things if the scoring continues and the game gets elongated.
1-1, another swing and a miss. Moss swinging out of his shoes. Have to imagine it's something to keep track of. Sutter Moss making his Crawdad debut, a guy who missed the 2026 season at Delta College, took a medical red shirt. 1-2, strike 3 called on the outer third.
Yeah, that pitch was off the plate by 3 inches. I mean, generous strike call there.
Number 27.
Either way, it brings up Brandon Clisby, who started out this inning, or the last inning, excuse me. with a hit by pitch. First pitch to Clisby. Hit high in the air, into center field. Jones camps under it and puts it away. That'll do it, but the Crawdads get the lead back, courtesy of Peyton Rolls, a 2 RBI double. We'll take a break and head to the ninth right after this. Top of the ninth. It's a back and forth game. Berkovich Honors trailing by 1. Their last chance here to win this game. Alex Gomez for the Crawdads. His first career appearance with the team, and now already a save opportunity, Ethan, in this 17-16 ball game. Facing the bottom of the order, Evan Fuji Sizzler, Vince Majorana, and Cole Jones.
Yeah, he'd be on for the win, but trying to slam the door either way.
First offering right down the middle, strike 1 on Fuji Sizzler.
This bat reminds me of what Jared Medham would use last summer.
Good shout. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Gomez with some straight filth. Quickly 0-2 to Fuji Sizzler. And like you mentioned, reminiscent of that baby blue bat that Jared Medham brought from St. Mary's College to the Creek last year, before he broke it. Gomez with the 0-2. Chopped foul off the end of the bat.
And Jared Medham and the St. Mary's Gales, they had a pretty solid run.
Pretty solid
at the
run.
Los Angeles Regional, defeating UCLA.
Number 1 UCLA.
After winning the WCC championship.
Shout out to St. Mary's College. The 0-2 from Gomez. High fastball. 1 ball and no strikes on Fuji Sizzler. Gomez, this is what he's used to from his time at Laney College. Got away from it a little bit at San Francisco. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss.
Huge first out there, keeping the momentum in the corner of the Crawdads.
Don't forget to tune in, folks, to the Crawdads post-game brought to you by Up the Creek Records. We'll have all the action. If the Crawdads win, we'll have a post-game interview for you live if they can hold on to this one. So don't go anywhere. Vince Majorana up, the first pitch to him. Fastball up and away, 1-0. Majorana, his last 2 at-bats, 2 RBI singles. Just looking to get aboard here. Gomez misses high. 2 balls and no strikes. Sky keeps dimming out here in Hayward. Almost 8:30 local time. If it gets any darker, they're probably going to have to call it. The 2-0 bounces in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes to Majorana.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. You not only want to put away Berkovich to secure the win, but should they tie it up or even take the lead, you don't know if you're going to be able to physically bat in the bottom half.
The 3-0. Gomez gets the call on the outer third. 3 balls and 1 strike to Vince Majorana. Pinch hit all the way back in the 6th inning. The 3-1 fouled back, and now the count works full. Gomez, the 6'2", 220-pound right-hander from San Leandro, going to work here, looking for the win. The righty sets at the belt. Kicks and deals the payoff. Called strike 3 on the outer third, Alex Gomez.
Generous strike 3 call there as Berkovich is now down to its final out of the game. That one, an inch off the plate. Not as egregious a call as we've seen at some points in the evening, but a gift that the Crawdads will take nonetheless.
So now the burden falls on Cole Jones' shoulders, the center fielder for Berkovich Honors. Guy at the top of the order. First pitch, fastball up. 1-0. Jones struck out in the first, walked in the third and the fourth, then grounded out in the fifth, struck out again in the sixth, and popped out in the seventh. Gomez with the 1-0. Breaking ball down the middle. 1-1 as the Crawdads try to hold on here on opening day. Gomez rocks back. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Blows the fastball past Jones. Berkovich down to their final strike. Crawdads trying to send the fans home happy. The 1-2 from Gomez. Jones just gets a piece to stay alive. What a roller coaster of a game it's been. The Crawdads led by 6 after the first, led 13-2 after the fourth, then Berkovich 5 runs in the sixth, 4 in the seventh, and 3 in the eighth to take the lead. Gomez misses upstairs 2-2. Then the Crawdads get 3 back in the bottom of the eighth to take the lead 17-16. Can they finish it here with 1 strike from Alex Gomez? The 2-2. Called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. There it is. 3 straight strikeouts for Alex Gomez. The Crawdads win 17-16. Ethan Ignatowski, it's been a pleasure having you on, but folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll have Peyton Rolls, the player of the game for the Crawdads, live for an interview right after this. Welcome to the Crawdads post-game show here on the Walnut Creek Streaming Network, brought to you by Up the Creek Records, Walnut Creek's premier destination for vinyls, live music, and an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Check out what's been happening up the creek. I think, Ethan, it's pretty self-explanatory. We'll start with our sweet play of the game, a masterful defensive effort from Kevin Parker Jr. back in the earlier innings of this game, saved a couple runs from coming across here, backpedaling, diving effort, tumbled backwards, and ultimately got out of the inning for Walnut Creek. That was just massive.
Yeah, great play there. I mean, saving some runs. Yes, Berkovich did eventually come back and momentarily steal the lead, but if not for that play, who knows what kind of lead that Berkovich could have gotten out to. So yes, massive, massive play in terms of the stakes of the game, but also just massive play in terms of athleticism, backpedaling, making the catch, as you said, tumbling, holding on to it. Great play all around there from the Crawdad shortstop.
Absolutely. I mean, besides that play of the game, Ethan, what do you think stood out to you the most about this win for the Crawdads?
Well, focusing on the positives, they took advantage of their opportunities. I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me in terms of, hits with runners on base and things like that, but it seemed like every time someone got on, almost every time somebody got on, there were hits that followed. They were able to string them together. It's one thing to get a lot of hits, right? But the ability to string them together doesn't always come easy, especially in college baseball and collegiate summer leagues like this. The fact that they were able to string them together and, not just let the runners on base go to waste, but pile on and pile on and pile on. I think that shows that this team has fight, and it's a good sign for the future. It's game one. No one knows what's going to happen, but that is something that you can, look at, and as time goes on, if it continues, that can be the sign of a really good team.
Absolutely. The Crawdads once again in the win column on opening day last year, the only time in the tenure of manager-owner Brant Cummings that the Crawdads have started off the season with a loss. So some positive momentum for Walnut Creek, and I think that was one of our keys, was getting the offense going and making sure that you start off the 2026 season with a win. It's good for vibes. It helps the players get confidence. I mean, looking, I guess, at the negatives, though, Ethan, we saw a similar outing last year. The bullpen really struggled for Walnut Creek. The pitchers issued a lot of walks. They weren't getting as many strikeouts. They were, just all over the place, but they bounced back. How do you think this squad has to bounce back, and what can they do in order to ensure that happens?
Well, you don't need to bounce back. You need to bounce forward. You need to, you need to continue on the positive momentum. Yes, they got the win, but there's a lot to fix, and it's not a quick and easy fix to limit walks. It's going to be something that I would imagine rears its head throughout the summer, and that's just likely the unfortunate truth. As I said already, it's game one. We don't know what kind of team this is going to be quite yet, but that is it is a worrying sign, and Coach Cummings and the rest of the coaching staff are going to have to work with these arms to pound the zone, stay calm, limit walks, limit mistakes, because it was the key to this game, and it's just a key to success in general. You need to limit the free passes.
Absolutely. Such a key in the California Collegiate League. So that being said, we'll take a quick break here on our Crawdads postgame show, brought to you by Up the Creek Records. We'll have Peyton Rolls on for a postgame interview right after this, folks. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Crawdads postgame show brought to you by Up the Creek Records. Live now with Peyton Rolls, the starting third baseman today for Walnut Creek. Peyton, easy to say you're the player of the game. 4 for 5 today, a double, a triple, and 5 runs batted in, as well as a pair of singles. Man, just how does it feel your first game as a Crawdad? You guys get a big win like this.
Oh, it feels great. Came out as a team. Never really played together before, so I thought we did a great job.
How do you think you guys can work on team chemistry being so new to playing with each other?
I think it's just going to take time. The more games we play, we'll bond better.
With a game like this, the emotional roller coaster of it, jumping out to a huge lead, then Berkovich claws back in, and then you come back at the very end of it. How do you say, calm during a game like this?
Just trying to minimize and not press too much, and just try to get the next out or try to get the next dude up when we're hitting.
Absolutely. When you were in that bottom of the eighth, you got that big 2-run double. What were you looking for in that approach at the plate?
Just trying to hit something hard in the gaps. I got the pitch and did damage with it.
You're no stranger to clutch moments, 2 walk-offs this year at San Jose State. How does this one compare to those big hits?
Yeah, it's definitely up there. It was definitely a fun time out here, and I'm glad that I could help get the win.
Anything you want Crawdad fans to know about you going forward this season?
Not too much. Just expect a good, gritty player.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time, Peyton. Appreciate it.
All right,
Congrats
thank
on the
you.
win.
Thank you.
That'll be just about all, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in here on the Crawdads postgame show brought to you by Up the Creek Records. We'll be back tomorrow as the Crawdads play the California Red Tails tomorrow night, 6:05 p.m. at Laney College. We'll have it right here on our YouTube page. So thank you very much for Ethan Ignatowski, for Jack Brooks, our amazing producer here with the Crawdads. I'm Charlie Limoncelli, signing off, and we will see you all tomorrow.